And we are back once again, Icewindale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Last session, the Icewind Trekkers were in hot pursuit of the missing Heartstone gem of Kaldahar, and they tracked it all the way to an icy cave where, after pushing back some viney creatures that were blocking their path, they delved into the cavern, discovered an icy slide. Some ice methods tried to steal their gear on the way down, but they blew those up. Ended up facing off against a roper that was a giant icicle, and confronted the evil frost druid that had stolen this thing. And it looked like they were opening up a portal to some icy elemental realm, and these frost salamanders came crawling out. Thankfully, Hulla managed to close the portal before another one joined the fight, and Barry managed to teleport in, snatch the gem out of a completely paralyzed frost druid, thanks to the hold person from David, and then you swiftly kind of cornered her whilst Ashanti tanked the monstrous creature. And I think Vettrgeist coming close to death once again, but not today, because it seems as though they have gained some power over death itself and are able to cheat it. And yeah, with that fight won, you decided to take a short rest. And Hulla got the inkling they should maybe prevent them from ever returning, just on the off chance that somehow they resurrect. So you took a warhammer to the frozen body of this frost druid, and lo and behold, it seemed as though Oral did not seem best pleased by it, almost as if you broke her tenet of preservation, and as a result, the entire cavern began to crash down. Thankfully, though, you didn't leave any man or woman or even owl behind as you just chopped your way back through the ice. And thankfully, Barry was able to pick up and detect there was some sort of stony staircase on the opposite side of this ice. He climbed up through that, jumped over the fishes, and escaped the crushing boulders before the cave collapsed. Getting back to Kaldahar, you returned the Heartstone gem, and you all felt a great warmth rush through the tree, able to restore it before it was too late. And with it, it felt like the very presence of the nature god himself, Sylvanus, rushed through your veins, invigorating you, and you achieved level 7. So, with all the shopping and leveling out of the way, you are free to discuss what you'd like to do next, or you can chill out here and enjoy a hot bath.
I think, yeah, we did our shopping this morning or this evening,
Mm-hmm.
and we were looking for a bath and a long rest. I think that was the plan.
Yep.
But I think we already all did our long rests preemptively.
Yeah, that's cool. If you wanted to still discuss things over the course of that long rest, you could.
Yeah. But are we helping the refugees here next?
I guess
I definitely think so.
that should probably be the plan.
I think we did briefly speak about it. Maybe we take the slightly longer route away from the Ark.
I think that's wise.
Yep.
We
I
don't want
like-
to get into a battle with a bunch of civilians on hand.
Yeah. It's not the shortest route, but which means they'll have to survive the cold a bit longer, but
Well,
we've been
it's
good at that.
it's possible that the summer star thing might have recharged enough to be able to make the travel a bit warmer, at least for a bit.
Yeah. The only thing to keep in mind with that is last time we used it, it kind of brought unwanted attention. So,
True.
but it would definitely help with the cold.
I suppose it will depend exactly what the weather's like when we get back there to see whether it's necessary to be used. Because if it's just a light snow, it's probably not too big a deal. But if it's a blizzard or something, it'd
Yeah.
probably be useful.
Sounds like a plan.
Does it last for 8 hours?
I believe
The
so, if I remember correctly. It's 5 miles. Yeah, up to 8 hours.
Who currently is holding the star?
Skrapp has it.
Oh, back at the yeah. Okay, back at the Dwargo Fortress.
Yeah, I don't think they'd trust anyone else with it, to be honest.
Yeah. All right then.
Start heading back,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Are we taking some people to the Sunblights, or are we taking everybody to the tree?
Well, I think they were all, most of them were at Sunblight, so we'll go from there to here.
Yeah, I think we split between the towns. I think some of them are still at the Shield Dwarves, and we took the leftovers of the refugees to the Sunblights as a temporary. So then maybe we split them in half and bring them here.
Yeah.
And then that should cover all of them until we deal with, well, whatever we can to get rid of this winter.
Yeah. Which means the next port of call once we've done this transport will probably be that Ankh-Duke's Bell place to be able to hopefully find some way to get across to this island that we need to find. Solstice, I believe the island was called.
So, plan of action then.
Hmm.
Unless anybody has any other ideas. 6 or 7's still waiting by the Ragged Glacier, I assume, trying to get in.
And
Most
hopefully we'll be able
likely.
to find them once we get closer to it. Yeah.
We
Assuming they're
need,
still there.
but we need the key first, so we'll have to go get that.
I think the only thing that's been pondering my mind is, I know he wasn't really close with us, but we still consider him a party member. What happens if we get there and he turns on us?
Well, as someone who's
It's
been
not going to
killed.
happen. He's not going to do that. I believe in 607.
He might
That's
not want
not
to
going
join
to
us or
happen.
help us, but I hope he wouldn't attack us.
Right.
If he
I hope
does, I mean, it might be just a bit of bitterness on my part, but I'm not going to hesitate. I will bring him down if he attacks me.
Yeah, that's fair. If there's anyone who's likely to attack, it's gonna be you first. He always did dislike you.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it won't come down to that.
Or
Hopefully
even
not.
recognize me. Which is
With you defending
true.
yourself at all. But let's not go in assuming that the worst is going to happen.
Yeah.
I agree. But for now, let's go get these refugees and bring them back here.
Yeah.
What's the weather like this morning, Chris?
Let's have a look. Well, last time I rolled was a while ago, so I'm gonna roll a couple times.
I think we were on a ray of
snow.
hope last time.
You were, and it was like 11 hours of dense fog. And now it's a light snow.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
As long as it doesn't keep going down that sort of way,
Yeah.
we should be fine for the refugees.
Geist is going to try to basically, because obviously we don't know how long it's going to last, they're going to try to work out how long this light snow will last. That's okay. I think it's just a survival check, right?
Yeah, yeah.
22?
Yeah, you can tell it's going to last 7 hours.
We probably got about
And
7 hours of this weather and then see what happens, but that should give us time to get back.
All right then. I pop to where the druids are and thank them for their hospitality. And
No, the thank you is all ours for returning the Heartstone gem. We would have been lost without it. But please, yes, we must hurry on. Those refugees are going to need a lot of food. We will
Yes.
prepare as many good berries as we can. But we have had fertile soil here for a while, so we've been able to stock up.
yeah, is it worth us leaving Sheila rather than
I was
her
thinking
running
this.
back and forth behind?
I was
We're
thinking
coming
this.
back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
There's no point having
Depends
her
where you're
follow.
moving on.
Well, we've
Depends
got to
where you're
go.
moving on after this.
Well, we've got to go get the refugees and bring them back here, so we'll have to come back here at least once, regardless.
Mm-hmm. Where are
So,
you going to go after that?
The island
yeah.
is the plan, I think.
Which is all the way to the far west.
Right.
Yep.
Might be easier for Sheila to start walking now.
Start heading out that way there.
Mhm.
Well,
Can I control her like that? I thought she had to follow where I was going.
No, you
Guess I
can
can
issue a
direct her to go
command.
where I want.
send her to maybe the ruins of Bremen. Your old church,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah, we can pick her up there. That would make
Yeah,
sense.
that's probably a good
She knows
idea.
how to
That's a
get there.
good halfway point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Barry
she starts
Barry looks
sending
a
them
bit-
that way.
Yes.
looks a bit uncomfortable saying that because it's your old church and it's probably been decimated. Oof.
God doesn't live in the church. God lives all around us. We can rebuild the church, the temple.
Hmm.
What's important is that the people are alive to believe in it.
Exactly.
There we go.
Nice. Let's head off
Also,
then.
who doesn't have a healing potion on them right now? I want everyone to have at least one.
I've got one.
I don't.
I don't.
With that 6 gold, you would have one, David.
Oh, I
If
do
you
have
took
one.
this-
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you've added it.
I did not add it. No, I will find.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am without.
Okay, I will give you one.
Sweet.
Just a regular.
It's just
healing
a
potion?
regular healing.
I
potion.
have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a
I'll-
base. Okay.
Potion
You have
of
one.
healing.
I'll add it then.
Better has one. Okay, and I'm gonna give an extra one to Barry and to David, each of you,
Oh. Okay.
because you guys have been going down a lot. It's worrying me.
I've been doing all right recently. I had full health last battle, but
You go down hard when you go down.
it's true. It's normally I either have
Stay out of
no
the battle
damage at
when
all
you're-
or I'm
yeah.
just dead.
Yeah.
At which point I wouldn't need a healing potion anyway because I'll be dead.
Let's wait to get back
Ashanti,
up
I'll give
quickly.
you one extra as well to hang on to, in case
Oh.
I can't get to you.
I have
Yeah.
2 then now.
Okay.
David
David-
has 2.
Thank
Ashanti
you.
has 2. Barry has 2. Vetter, I don't have enough to give you an extra
No,
one, but
it's fine.
You're a
David-
distance fighter, so
Yep.
hopefully.
David-
And I resist death.
David makes a good point as he's whispered. Who's getting the items? Who's best suited for a necklace of fireball in a pinch situation?
I think Ashanti.
See, the thing is, I'm trained to go for my weapons. I'm not trained to go for magic.
Just
So
think of it as
I
a
don't
weapon.
know
It's
This
that
would
I'll
be like a
even
grenade.
remember
Yeah.
it's a throwable weapon.
that they're there.
Yeah.
It might be better to have somebody who is standing back and thinking rather than charging and swinging.
Maybe Hulla then. A good means of both.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the necklace. I think I'd like to reserve it for the big fight at the end and make a big throw as one big explosion rather than lots of little ones, if that's okay.
I mean,
Like if you give it to me,
yeah,
I'm gonna hang it back until,
yeah.
well,
Absolutely
we have to
necessary.
fight a god or a god's jailer.
Yeah.
However that works.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what about the wand of craziness? The
I'm not
whatever
touching
might
that.
happen.
I would be happy to pick up the jewels if it's jewels ass. But
If
no.
who has identify here? Did someone have a
Grab
think
had it.
scrap?
What else
If
did any
we
of us has?
if we had scrap identify it, would we know all the different things that might happen?
Short rest identifies.
Or a short rest? We could. Well, so we could have identified it then over a short rest.
Or over our long rest, because that would have been.
Yeah. Would we know what sort of stuff it does then in terms of the table?
Yeah, I told you that last week.
So we know that even though it's crazy and random, it is mostly good stuff.
Mm.
It's like 95% good stuff.
Yeah,
that
I
happens.
mean, the 11 to 15 is
Probably the
meh.
worst.
The 63 to 65 could be kind of sucky.
Let's not go over all of it now.
Yeah.
Because it'll take forever to go through every option. So
Who should have the one, do you think?
I mean, honestly,
would I
to
say?
some
David.
extent, I feel like either you or David.
Yeah.
Do you
I'll
want to
take
do?
Get the bag and David gets the wand.
I get the bag. David gets the wand. That makes sense. I'm a shopkeeper. I'll keep the items, and David keeps the wand. As much as I love, as much as out of character player likes chaos, I'm happy for David to have the wand.
Okay.
All right, decided then. I guess.
Ah,
Bag of holding. Is it?
Right, let's begin the trek back, and we're going to try to skirt. Are we going to try to skirt the orc land on the way back, or just when we're escorting people?
What, sorry?
Are we going
Say
to,
again?
on our travel back to Sunblaze, we won't be escorting people. Are we going to skirt the orc territory, or are we going to just try to head through stealthily because there'll be a small enough number of us?
It's up to you, but if we could try and do what we did last time. Throw a couple of animals out and then charge past.
Yeah? You want to go for that? I'm up for that.
I'd like to avoid a fight if we can. But if you think that using the animals as bait would be enough, then I'm happy to follow that.
I mean, we do that and then we try to sneak through as best we can. Hopefully we won't run into anyone.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. So heading back, go to this map here. I'm hoping that you got maybe someone to relay the message that more refugees should make it towards Sunlight, as they have now discovered Kaldahar.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Well, to be honest, we don't really have any way to send back a message at the moment. Unfortunately.
All right. Might be a couple
Well-
of days getting everyone together then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say then that you get all the way back. It is you're circumventing the orc tribe by sending out some animals again, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So Tall Tree will actually he'll stick with you for now as well. It'll help in the evacuation effort. But if you're making your way back, it isn't much of an issue. You're kind of going early in the morning as well.
Yep.
Seems like you avoid most of the troubles and dangers. Takes you just a long ass time to get back to Sunblight. We're talking like 28 miles in the mountains, and that's as the crow flies.
Yeah.
Probably
Be longer
absolutely
than that.
dog-tired by the time you get back. Yeah, it
Yeah.
would. But you guys can push on. You got your sled, Nag speaks. All right. Well, getting back to Sunblight. If there's anything you want to do here, real quick, you can do.
Probably
Otherwise,
just
yeah.
get Android repaired, which Skrapp should be able to do, I think. Over the period of a long rest. It'd be basically just re-infusing it, I would imagine.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
shit. I think halfway through your journey, it does turn to a blizzard, which is awful. It does begin to slow you down. I think I would need a frost save from everyone.
Yep.
Ooh.
10, 20.
Hey, nat 20 for me. Cool.
I rolled a 2 and got a 20.
Yeah. I see that.
Which is honestly amazing considering. Oh,
Oh no.
resistance
Bits.
bits?
Did bits fail?
Yeah, so did Barry.
Oh, I still failed with a 20. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to put bits on the
Doesn't-
sled, you guys, so
That's fine.
that she can rest a little bit.
It's blizzard plus high altitude
Oh, crap.
plus being out in this plus being like far away from Icewindale in the wilderness. It means it's DC 25.
Probably also she warmed up.
To
I don't know that she was ready to go back out in the cold again.
be fair, I will try and pact it and hope for a 4 and then a resistance, maybe. No, I only got a 3. Oh, wait,
Well,
does resistance do 2 now?
it's a D2, so
D2.
I can. Maybe Hulla can save me from an exhaustion.
Alright, let me try rolling a D2.
Or
If you
just
don't
try
mind.
clicking resistance.
Oh, it's a 2.
A 2.
It's a 25 now.
Yeah, it actually does
Oh, yeah.
work somehow. Yeah, if you
Oh,
click
okay.
resistance, it does roll a d2. But
Nice.
okay, so yeah, if you gave him that, I think he just barely makes it through without
25.
freezing his beard off.
Can I
Okay.
cast Prestidigitation on bits to warm bits up so that they're not at least losing by 5 and suffering worse?
Yeah,
That's okay.
okay. You can
Thank you
definitely
so
give him
much. I
+2.
appreciate that.
I mean, it's
He's
still not a
still
success, but at
shivering.
least it's not like at least it's not the failing by 5 or more.
Yeah, then we'd have to do like hypothermia or something.
Regardless, you do make it to Sunblight in one piece. And I suppose the refugees are awaiting your news. I think Berlin is still here as well. This is the wrong one. What is it? There's the right group. Okay, so yeah, when you arrive, you still see the dwarves are mainly keeping everyone organized, ready for a potential moving on. Skrapp is here, and they've already begun designs on some sort of spelljammer helmet that'll be able to control an actual spelljammer itself. But it's going to take a lot more work. The main dwarf, Grandolpher, probably meets up with you. Asks, right, have you managed to find the tree?
Yes, and saved it too.
That's grand news. In that case, then I'll get everyone to start packing up. We used those mushrooms we acquired from the Underdark. They didn't go much further. They did tide people over for now, and they'll have enough for the journey. But I hope they've got lots of food over there.
They've got something called good berries, apparently. Lots of good berries.
Oh,
They've got enough food to feed everyone for now, but hopefully everybody here will be willing to help out when they get there. You know, help to farm and pull their weight. Most people.
They can remember how to farm. I'm sure it's been a couple of years.
Well, the druids will help out.
Yes, of course.
They have some resources for people, but it's not going to be easy. You'll have to contribute. The people here will need to contribute to help with their society as well.
Mm-hmm. The speakers, of course, agree to that. Nimsy is here, saying, "Oh, I'm sure we'll do everything we can." And I think they're all ready to go, really. If you wanted to
Is
say
everybody
anything or
really
stop
prepared?
by,
We can go as soon as you're ready.
I think Imdra is still around. It says, "Yes, it has never been done before. Moving the entire 10 towns is quite an ordeal. Do we have any plans as to how that's going to work?"
You haven't been thinking of anything?
We are not caravanners or travelers. We stay in one place.
Well,
I was hoping our caravan
There's-
guard here could organize it.
there are two considerations. One is the slowest members of the group. If you put them at the end, what's going to happen is you're going to string your caravan out for miles and miles and miles, which makes it harder to guard the entire length. But if you put them up front, then what you do is you slow everybody down to their speed,
Mm.
which is what we may have to do. But that prolongs the amount of time that people are going to spend out into the cold. Now, if they've got axe beaks to ride, that would help. Put the little ones in carts on the back of something that's rideable is ideal. That way you put the little ones and the elderly somewhere they can ride or on something they can ride, then that allows them to travel at the same speed as the adults, and everybody's traveling at the same speed. You may have not heard of the deserts far, far, far to the south, but the way that they travel is it's actually really kind of funny because they tuck their sheep, their lambs, and their kids, their baby goats, into bags and sling these on the back of their camels, and the camels carry the baby animals.
Are you suggesting we put the kids in the bag of holding?
No, they can't breathe there. But what I am saying is that
Can you not?
if we've got two choices, we either let the caravan string out by putting the slowest at the end, or we keep everybody out in the weather longer by putting the slowest in the front.
Ari,
Unless we can figure out unless there's wagons and axe beaks that we can use. So
Ari,
that's where I need to know from them
okay.
what they've got. What do we have that will help facilitate this? Is it just people on their own two legs, or do we have y'all managed to take inventory of what you have?
We know that the dwarves had some sleds, right? Because they were hauling Charlemagne hither and
Right.
thither.
They should have something, yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
they
but
all have
townspeople
sleds.
are going to need to tell
The
us
towns-
what resources they have.
Yeah, the townspeople have all the basic adventuring equipment. They have all their sleds that they've moved from their respective towns to here.
I'm happy
So
to.
anything on basic equipment, they have.
I'm happy to lend out
Okay.
Lily to anyone who needs to ride a bit faster. Any elderly and kids. I'm sure we could fit two on and maybe tie them to a lead for the X-Beaks to pull.
Now, what we need to do is we need to have the militia organized to ride alongside this caravan. We need to have both scouts out on the side or sweeps out on the side if they are riding. And we're gonna need to set up a series of signals that are going to tell everybody to stop or everybody to form up into circles so that they can defend their own circle or run like hell and keep going. So we do need to establish signals that everybody recognizes and that they will obey. And we're going to have to organize people into groups, and the groups are going to have to be responsible for making sure that every member of their group makes it from point A to point B. So we as an adventuring party cannot be responsible for every single person in the caravan. We can be responsible for the caravan as a whole. But each group or each unit within the caravan is going to have to be responsible for itself in terms of making sure everybody gets forward, that nobody gets left behind, and if they encounter an issue,
Oh, cutting out there.
forward to those of us leading the caravan, and we can make a decision as to what to do next.
It sounds like it's far more involved than simply a quick jaunt into the mountains then.
Yes,
Um,
because we're trying to move people and goods, not just, and we're trying to move them in such a way that we're not going to wind up abandoning stuff along the trail. It's one of the mistakes a lot of people make is they try to move too much and end up leaving stuff by. You would not believe things my sister and I found sometimes just sitting on the side of the road. People just left because they planned on having two healthy oxen the entire time, and then they lost an oxen, and suddenly they were down to one, and he couldn't pull as much as two together could.
So I know we're not fond of it, but depending on how long the refugee line is that we're escorting, is it worth us splitting up with teams of militia so each of the trekkers is somewhere along the line protecting?
We can definitely do that. And one of the things we're gonna have to think of is, are we gonna try to push through? We were able to travel it within 8 hours. But given that we're gonna have so many people traveling, are we gonna try to push through? Or are we gonna try to stay somewhere overnight and finish the next day when we have at least a little bit of light? So it's a decision that needs to be made with the 10 towners as to, or do they try to do it in waves? Those that can push through, and those that need to stop. So these are decisions that need to be made with the leaders of 10 town. We cannot make the decisions by ourselves.
Ah, well, we don't have leaders of 10 towns here. We kind of just have the
Indra
excess
and
Yeah.
and
military.
Imdra. So,
So Imdra, what I'm
No, I just
saying
said
is,
Nimsy. So.
or Nimsy. Sorry, we have Nimsy.
Yeah, and you have
So-
Horus, and you have Siva, and you have basically all of them. Yeah, they're all here.
All of them?
You could need
Oh.
to. Why not? You're gonna have to wait to get them all here anyway. So
Mhm.
by the time you're ready to go, they're all here.
Mhm.
So they all agree that they would prefer to do it all in one push.
Okay.
I think that's the best as well. Keep
Skrapp coming
everyone
with
together,
us?
do it in 8 hours.
Mhm.
But I don't like the idea of breaking up the trekkers. I think we as a group should stay separate, kind of like a
Mm.
strike team.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
So
like
that
if
if there are dangers, we're all together and we can handle it. And meanwhile, the leaders and the militia can escort the refugees.
I'm just thinking more like if it is a very long line of refugees, a lot of people, if we're all together, say in the middle or at the front, it could be like a 10-minute trek to get to the back if the back is attacked,
Mhm.
in which they'll all be dead by the time we get there. Or they might hold their own, who knows?
And that's the one problem with super, super, super long caravans.
Yeah, that's why we want to
Now,
keep everyone as close together as we can, I think.
right. I mean,
How many people have we got here in terms of refugees? How many are we actually carting so we know the length of
Thousands.
yeah, so it's going to be a long. We're not going to be able to keep
Be a
them all
long
together,
caravan, yeah.
so we might have to split up into, as bad as it sounds, groups so we can each protect. And then
Well-
maybe say if I'm at the back, so to speak, and that gets attacked, and Eve is the next one up. Maybe Eve can get to me in time to join to help. Is what I'm
They do have
saying.
They do have veteran guards themselves,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
are able-bodied defenders. So it's not like they're just completely just villagers. They're not completely defenseless.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we all right. For each of the leaders, y'all understand that y'all are going to have to organize your people in such a way that they are responsible for making sure that nobody's left behind. Nobody goes to the bathroom, wanders off into a blizzard, and never comes back, all right? People have got to stay with the group. And if they've got to walk away from the group, they need to make sure that they take a rope and are tied off to a wagon or a sled so that they can follow the rope back, especially if it starts to blizzard. We also need to make sure that everybody is going to have access to some kind of shelter, and that may mean sleeping underneath wagons and then just putting blankets and everything over the edges to make temporary forts. So nobody can be left out in the cold if for any reason we have to stop. If somebody breaks down, we're going to have to make sure that either their people are distributed if the wagon wheel breaks, or that we have cartiers who can fix the wagon wheels as we're going
There
along.
won't be wagons. There won't be wagons in the mountains.
Okay, so
Peace.
sleds.
Yeah.
We are going to be
Okay.
somewhat going around the mountains though, instead of through them. Is the plan? We're
Okay,
looking.
So you don't want to go
think-
into the mountains? Hold on.
I think the plan was to stay away from the orcs, so we were going to go sort of. How do I click? That way, past the cackling chasm, and then come back around. Yeah,
Follow this
over.
river up.
Yeah,
Or you
that
can
sort
go
of thing.
around, yeah.
And then basically come
Okay, well,
around
that'll give
over it.
you some make it a little bit of a longer journey, something like 37 miles ish. Oh well, no, you got some here.
Yeah,
Let's call it 40 miles. So you're
so we
gonna
don't
need to
wanna-
at least split it up into several days. But at least you're not camping out in the mountains.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yeah.
perhaps
We
even
could-
sheltered by them.
we could, if need be, as a halfway point, stop at the cackling chasm because there's caves where we can stay in. Maybe. If it does come to that.
Well, you're gonna need to. You can't make 40 miles in a day.
No, but maybe, I don't know what, 20 in 2 days? If we pushed?
20 in 2 days? You mean 40 in 2 days?
No, it's... yeah, sorry, 40 in 2 days. 20 a day,
20,
sorry.
20 a day.
20 a day is really, really pushing it. Absolutely going to the full max throttle.
It would probably be when we
But-
get to the end, we just push through the night sort of thing. To get the... Maybe.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
I don't know if
one
elderly
thing-
and children will be able to do that, but
Yeah.
we can
But we
slowly
go-
give it a go.
Or we go through the mountain, which would definitely slow us down, and then we potentially get attacked by orcs.
I think it makes sense to take the longer route that's smoother and less dangerous.
Even if we do have to camp
Even
out
if
for
it
a
takes
few
longer.
days, it should be fine.
I will say
Yeah, I
this,
mean-
as an experienced caravaner, Ashanti, moving this many people, it is a very, very slow pace, especially with
Yeah.
all their belongings. What a journey that would take you, like, say, 2 days, because you're like a seasoned adventurers and you're able to move swiftly. For them, going at a pace of like probably half a mile an hour, with like at least 40 miles to travel, it's probably going to take days, like 8,
Yeah, because
7-ish days.
I say a reasonable travel was like 15 miles back for the Oregon Trail.
Exactly.
So they and this
Yeah.
was traveling through the prairies, not on
Mhm.
So it's
snow.
probably
Now,
going to be like 3
they
or
would-
4 days.
right.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you're assuming an 8-hour travel day and 40 miles to travel at half an hour per day, yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be like a week.
This the second thing that the other option we have is to take a group through that can travel fast and swift, show them the way, and then let them travel back and start taking the caravans in groups.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is another way of doing it rather than one 20-mile caravan. Break it up and let the militia and the town leaders take a group and then come back and grab another group and then come back and get another group. Now, that's going to stretch
Yeah,
the sunblight
I'll say this: the reason they're
resource.
against that idea and they want to do it in one is simply food. They don't have enough resources to go back and forth, back and forth. They need to make the push to get to Kaldahar. Otherwise, the rations that they acquired from the Underdark just will not last them. So
Okay.
they need to all make it's a matter of time, not safety or such.
Mm.
So
So-
that's why they're pressured.
So the safe route takes longer. We lose some people to starving, or we go directly and we could potentially lose people to being killed by the orcs or taken hostage.
Well, directly is just as big a problem. Like the mountains are not a straight route. I sort
Exactly.
of
Yeah,
hand waved it because you guys are basically seasoned adventurers at this point, but
I was
it's
thinking.
just as long through the mountains just to get to
Yeah.
there.
So maybe the quicker route is the outside route instead of going over the mountains.
Yeah.
Especially since we have sleds.
It's also, if the weather does turn bad, we're safer down on the lower areas because up in the mountains, it's the frost checks and stuff are tougher.
Mm. Is Skrapp coming with us with the star?
Skrapp can do, I suppose, in this case.
Unless he's willing to hand off the star. Sorry. He's willing to hand off the star.
I mean, they've at least got some of the basic designs, so they could at least do the journey, I suppose, if they feel if you feel they're needed. And providing that
Yeah.
from a story perspective, they're at a state where they could leave rather than stay working on the thing, because I don't know how far along they've got with that.
I mean, straight after this, we'll be going to the island, and then straight from the island to the glacier. So, is the plan supposedly? And they wanted to go to the glacier because of the Never-East-ness.
Yeah.
Never-East-ness.
Okay. All right.
We got the star as a just in case, regardless, for 8 hours.
all right.
If we hit sleet or blizzard.
Okay, so the migration. You gather up all the resources you can from the Underdark in the few days it takes for all the speakers to arrive. At least all the surviving speakers.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to take several days for them to get there. Let's take one group forward, get them there, and then come back. Don't just sit here and wait for people to show up.
But
Whoever's here.
they're gonna need those few days to prepare the resources and everything for transporting to the location, I think is what Chris is saying.
I'm gonna say that your time spent here, and it isn't that long.
Gathering food.
because the word has been getting out anyway. When you left 10 Towns, you took a massive portion of the refugees anyway. I don't know why, but I think you said something like, "Oh, we'll leave some here and take some with us," but you had them all in the Dwarven Valley, effectively.
Yeah, I think the idea was we left
You
some in the
just went-
Dwarven Valley and some in the remaining towns. We only took what was excess after that. We're not taking everyone to the tree people are
Well, you
still going to
should.
be in.
Otherwise, people will starve to death.
Well, I think the idea was we're leaving behind enough people who can survive in the towns.
Which is a fraction.
Yeah.
There is no fishing villages except for East Haven. I think Targos and East Haven are the only ones.
Tourmaline?
So
Tourmaline survived.
Tourmaline survived. Okay.
Yeah. So there's 3 of them.
Lonelywood, Bremen, Caer Dineval, Goodmead, and Goblin's Hole that were all destroyed.
Yeah.
So you got some fishing villages, but the reason why they're running out of food is purely because a lot of the resources were destroyed. Like the stockpiled resources they had were wiped out, and if Lonelywood's gone as well, it's difficult to get like wood for survival. Basically, what you're doing is you're leaving like basically a fraction of people that are the fishermen that can provide for themselves, and the dwarves themselves are already going to push your limit as well. But you're sending most of them over to Kaldahar. There's still
Yeah.
thousands worth of refugees. So, in any case, you guys going all the way to Kaldahar, all the way back, has basically been enough time where people from the Dwarven Valley have made it to Sunblight. They then gather up all the resources from the Underdark and begin to head out.
Okay. Everybody's got to also understand that the fastest way to die in a caravan is dysentery. So they need to dig the latrines farther away from where they. And I'm dead serious about this. This is the food poisoning and dysentery are the 2 fastest ways of dying. I mean, they're more deadly than the orcs.
It can, in terms of D&D, can we assume that people know how to poop?
Yes, but
Nope,
I just wanted to
have
say
to
that
roll.
they need to build their latrines out, and then
Expect-
the first ones that get to the stopping point probably should be made responsible for helping the ones that come in last set up.
Expect 1,000 rolls, Chris, for each person pooping.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna have you roll to poop.
So
Okay. Is there anything? Eve, did you want to add anything to this?
Constitution saving throw.
Not to the poop specifically, but did you have anything to add to the caravan preparation phase?
I'm happy with the whole grouping, like putting people into groups and like taking care of them, making sure that they don't get attacked or whatever. So I'm happy with that plan and whatnot. So yeah,
And
I'm
I
chill.
like us traveling forwards and backwards in the caravan to be able to respond to whatever, crisis is going on.
So are we sticking together, or are we doing this the one per so many people?
I think we need to stick together.
Okay.
Okay. All right. In that case, then, with everyone gathered, you begin to make your way towards the great tree in the spine of the world, Kaldahar. Practically Yggdrasil at this point. The only chance you have a survival. Let me just bring back this little nubbin. There you go. So, the first day is... Oh, let's see what the weather is. First day is absolutely abysmal.
Of course it would. Why wouldn't it be?
Frigid wind. Frigid winds will basically be assaulting the caravan, and it's probably a bad time for having that happen, because you're making your way down from Sunblight, so there is still a mountainous-looking region. Now, if at any point the weather you deem is absolutely too bad, like say if you get a sleet storm or frigid wind, you can always use the summer star to go nope, and it will last quite a while, I believe. Control weather is
8 hours.
what, 8 hours. It basically saves you the entire day from terrible weather.
Which is worse,
other option
frigid wind or
is-
heavy snow?
Frigid wind.
Frigid
by
wind.
Is
far.
it? Ah, so there's
Mhm.
so even though
As
heavy
someone
snow
who, as
surrounds
someone
sleet
who
storm,
lives in the country that gets both, wind is worse than snow. Wind
Yeah.
is what kills.
even though
wind
sleet
is what
storm
kills
is
you.
surrounded by heavy snow, the frigid wind over in the corner is actually worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heavy
Wind
heavy
makes it
heavy snow
cold.
is
Yeah.
heavy
wind
snow
makes
is
it a lot
fine
colder.
as long as it's warm enough to get through. It's the wind that really does you in because it
What,
gets
what
really
about
pretty.
blizzard and frigid wind, which is
Heavy-
worse though?
Listen. Heavy
Yeah.
snow doesn't lead to frigid wind. The wind is just wind. So that's why sleet storm is covered by heavy snow, because
Yeah.
that's accompanied by that. So
I'm just wondering
anyway,
which is worse.
what's worse is worse. It doesn't really matter. It's situational. Blizzard might be worse for some. Frigid wind might be worse for others. Like if you're in the mountains, threat of being blown off, that's dangerous. Blizzard,
Mm.
it's going to be worse visibility. So it really depends. So it's not really one way or the other. That said, you could always just delay the expedition, because this is basically after you've gathered everyone, you're about to set out, and you look out the window and it's just howling wind out there. The snow
mean-
is falling
Is this
sideways.
not why we have the summer star? To
But
It
the
is.
summer star can only be used once, though.
Vetter,
And
Can you tell us if you can predict what the weather's going to be like tomorrow?
I can try to predict what the weather will go to next, I guess, because this. Can I predict how long this frigid wind is going to last?
Yep, roll another survival check.
18,
18. Oh damn.
because I get a minimum of 10 on the roll. Yep.
Nice. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna say then from now on, you always know how long these weathers last. Reliable talent. You don't need to roll.
Yep.
So the weather is going to last 5 hours, which means it's going to put your travel back one day. Which means
Yeah.
a little bit less provisions.
Can I work out what the weather will go to next?
Well, there's a very good chance that it's light snow or clear sky.
Yeah, so
Well,
we're
Let's
gonna.
use the summer star for the first 8 hours, and that'll
But
get
there is
us.
also a chance it goes to blizzard.
I think.
You would know that just by looking at the table.
I think our best bet, though, with the summer star is to wait until potential sleet storm, because that's basically
Okay.
we cannot do anything,
Can you?
because
And it
that's going to
damages-
destroy us.
Guidance?
Yeah, that's
If
going
you
to be
had a-
worse than just the frigid wind.
If you can add a guidance to
Okay.
that, and you get more than 2, you can
What
predict the
guidance?
next
Okay.
weather.
No, someone give me
Guidance.
guidance.
Yep.
21.
Yep.
3.
Okay. Sweet. All right. That's what we needed. 9.
No.
Yep. It's going to be a light snow next for 9 hours. Perfect
Yeah.
conditions.
Yeah. So if we just wait these 5 hours out, we can start heading out.
Okay.
All right then. So you buckle down. Wait these 5 hours out. Everyone is on edge. They think they're going to be running out of food in the next 5 hours or something. So there's a little bit of nervousness amongst the people who are very eager to get going, and they're like, if we don't leave now, we're just going to freeze inside this
Can we
fortress. This stone. This might as well be a catacomb.
we spend 5 hours in the Underdark getting more food as well, waiting
You can, yeah, for
to
sure.
try and
Yeah.
like balance it out as people are consuming.
Yeah. Everyone who's got proficiency in survival can roll me that.
Oh, okay. Not me then.
Anyone who's got proficiency in persuasion can keep these people from getting nervous and irritable because you
Yeah.
imagine they're all like all geared up, ready to go. They've got like the bare necessities laid out. All the tents and bedrolls are just like mostly packed away.
26.
Nice. Barry's
Probably
look.
for both those. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna.
Barry's got
Oh.
the people calming down.
It's all good.
Morale is kept all right.
We're gathering more food. Everything's going to be fine. We've done this trek a few times, and we're going to just don't worry as we get things extra prepared for a beautiful, somewhat snowy weather, but not a frigid wind. Don't you
Sound
guys
like an
worry.
airline pilot.
Make sure you're all wearing your seatbelt on your axe beaks or sleds.
Oh, okay. Yep. Looks good.
Yep.
All right.
And,
So everyone, you gather up a bunch of mushrooms. I think then as you go down to the Underdark Ashanti, there's that drow that
Right.
sees you clearly in a dire strait, and they give you as much as they can bear without basically emptying their garden of all supplies.
Thank you
They
so
say
much.
they
We
will be able
truly
to.
appreciate your kindness.
Of course. Good luck out there, and stay together. There are worse things than orcs in the mountains. All right. And with that, you can wait another day and get rid of the exhaustion on bits and effectively get ready to set out. Okay.
Great.
The
Overnight,
day is
as this is going to be taking multiple days, overnight I'm going to be making sure that we all have I have the tiny hut up so we can sleep in comfort. Even though the people may be a little bit worse for wear, but we need to be ready to go in case something happens. So I'll have the tiny hut up every night.
okay. The tiny hut will keep you guys nice and toasty. Sunblight's also got that beating red dragon heart that does actually keep people warm. They're all as many people as possible gathered around that. It's still freezing cold in the corners of it, but yeah. Okay. At least it's just shelter from the wind. Once the howling dies down, you begin to set out, and a light snow will get you guys some good progress during the day. Nothing's going to slow you down during that, except for. No, wait, that's fine. No, it's the next day that stuff happens. All right, day 2. We're just going to skip right over to it. Yep, you make it some way down the mountains, all the way probably to this small copse of trees that look like it's a good place to gather some firewood, chop up the trees, and basically create a massive bonfire that people can gather around and cook their food and stay warm. The shelters are put up. The tents are gathered, and a windbreak is formed as well to prevent everyone from freezing to death down here.
I would like to find the biggest tree and maybe cast plant growth on it to make it even bigger and sheltering.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. I like that.
And then if we need to chop it down, that's even more firewood.
All right. Nice.
And then I'll gain my spell slot back with the thing for the day.
With the short rest.
With a 1 minute
Yeah, you're able to get
magical cunning.
We'll be able to get multiple bonfires going, which is probably
Oh,
going to
short
be the
rest.
case for thousands of people.
Yeah.
All right, nice. And I'll say that you've even got some to spare for like the next leg of the journey as well. Like you're just basically carrying a whole bunch of timber with you. So you load up the sleds, and the weather is going to go from a heavy snow to a sleet storm during the night.
Wow.
This is during a sleet storm. It went straight there. It was like beelined into a sleet storm. This said, it is during the night that this happens. So you have, I believe, was it 9 hours? And then
4 hours of
5 hours
sleep.
of heavy snow, and then 4 hours. Yeah, so it's during the night a sleet storm rolls in. Up to you if you want to use the Summer Star so early into the journey, but that sleet storm is absolutely going to
Yeah, because we're
wreck the party.
Damage.
we're gonna have to summer star it.
Amazing. The
Okay.
fact
It's
Oh.
not gonna wreck us if it's overnight, so we're in the hut overnight. But it's gonna wreck.
But it's
Yes.
it's gonna
The
basically
entire caravan.
everyone's
because
gonna die.
it's like a 1 damage per 6 seconds, and it's lasting 4
Yeah.
hours. So
It's
And
awful.
Don't they
it's
have
hard
tents or
to
something? Is it gonna like it goes to
No,
the
it
tents?
rips
too?
up tents. It's gonna rip tents. It's gonna absolutely batter it. Yeah, there's no chance a tent survives a sleet storm.
yeah, so we'll summer
It's-
star it.
Yeah, and
Bang,
as hard
back
as
to Ray
this
of Hope.
is, we need to tell them to simply lay out their dead, not to take the time.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's fine. There's no dead if you're gonna summer star this. This absolutely circumvents the dreadful weather, and in fact, if anything, it fills them with hope. And so, then, and going from Ray of Hope saves you immensely. It's like if you get really bad luck, it's still 4 days before it gets into the sleet storm. So I'm just gonna
Okay.
stuff you right back to the top of the table, where you can only really go down from there. So, okay, that's good. That is incredibly helpful. Day 2 is excuse me. Oh, I have coffee. Please be a ray of hope. Oh god. Okay. Sorry. So day 1, traveling light snow. Sleet storm during the night. Day 2 is a ray of hope, no complications. Summer star gets you all the way through the day, no problems. And it lasts 8 hours. So that's the whole day of travel. Some of the night, but 7. So then it goes to a light snow during the latter parts of day 3, I think. Oh, jeez, it's going back to heavy snow already. Jeez. Oh, no way. It just dodged a sleet storm. All right. Day 3, this is where things take a little bit of a turn. The weather is slowing you down somewhat, but you made good progress the previous 2 days, so you're still on track to make it within the allocated time. But it seems like all this food, this mass of people, it seems to have been attracting wildlife, and I need those with perception to roll that, please.
I think I
Okay.
have that.
I'm not proficient in it.
Eve. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm proficient.
Okay. Yeah, just those with proficiency.
Mhm.
Okay, which is a lot of you still. They've got a 19. Eve got 11. Okay. And Vettrgeist got 24. Damn. Okay. Off in your respective areas, although you're mostly sticking together, aren't you? Yeah, anyway. So a lot of you spot there are hungry wolves, packs of them amassing, not just like one little pack. We're talking, seems as though they are amassing for some sort of huge attack, and they are stalking the entire caravan, looking for the easiest meals. And you spot them before they potentially launch their assault on the caravan.
Do we know how many there are of these
This is the
wolves?
biggest. Yeah, this is the biggest pack of wolves that you have ever seen in Icewindale. We're talking like
Ten?
easily over like 100.
Oh well.
I'm pulling out
But-
my own animals.
It started off as like maybe a single pack, like 12, a dozen. But then it seems like all these packs have joined together, knowing they're going to need the extra numbers. And yeah, they're that smart
Yeah.
as well. They will
Having-
packs of wolves will band together to take on an army if they have to.
Having seen these, can I fire off a whistling arrow as a signal to get like the militia on the defensive?
Yes, you can. Yeah, if you set
Are
that
they
up
all-
as a
are-
signal.
Yeah.
Are all the wolves together, like or are they spread out?
No, as a stalking pack of wolves, they will spread out, probably around the rear of the caravan, looking for the stragglers, those who are basically falling behind or getting too far away.
I will move to the rear.
Yeah, I think as a group we need to move to the rear.
I'm going to move to wherever the threat is the greatest.
Yeah.
Or-
Same. I'm going to be riding the reindeer.
Okay, sure.
I don't know who wants
I'll
to ride the
ride-
seal, but
I think I'm on my own. Well, we have our own axe beak. We can take one of the.
we're on the
Yeah.
axe
veterans
beat.
with- We can take. We can
Mhm.
take one of the somebody with us if we want as well.
yeah, we did get an
Maybe
an
next
extra axe beak from the bag of tricks, though, at least for whoever wants that in terms of like the weak and the
The infirm.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. We need to, as we're riding down the line, tell them to keep people bunched together. So no stragglers, no wandering off into the woods, and be prepared to circle the sleds and put the weakest ones in the middle so that the militia will have an easier time guarding clusters of people rather than guarding a line of people.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so Geist will fire off one of their whistling arrows. So it's like a signal to get the guards to basically get into position, essentially.
We charge the seal in as a potential meal for the wolves.
I'm gonna try to pretend. I'm gonna get off my axe beak, and I'm gonna to walk at the back and pretend that I'm slow, and be a decoy.
Are you telling anybody that you're doing this, or are you
Yes,
just?
I'll tell you guys just that I'm doing this, but I'm gonna try to be that straggler that the wolves are maybe looking for.
You want me to come with
Even
you
in
so
the
if they
little-
surround you, I can blast you out of there?
I think
I
you
can
should,
get out
Barry.
on my
I
own.
don't.
All right. Okay.
I mean, don't like leave me to die or anything, but
Do you want me to come with you then, or?
well, maybe if you and I can pretend that we're helping each other, but we're slower than the rest of the group, it'll
Yeah, you walk with a limp and I'll hold you up.
act
But-
as a distraction.
Yeah. Although you're taller than me, so that'll be weird, but yeah.
I'm a good actor.
I'm a-
Do you want to take your bow and cover them in case the wolves?
Yep, I
Take
can
over?
cover them.
Okay. So
I'm gonna probably
will-
go stealthily though.
I will send a seal off in a random direction to try and divert some of the
yeah,
wolves.
I need to do this one thing at a time, right? So
Yeah.
let's go with David's. Do you want to give me a deception check? Or
I'll do deception.
yeah, deception seems
My,
fair.
my highest stat.
Seems good.
I am helping, though.
And
Okay. Yeah, the wolves
Ooh.
absolutely see you as this weaker target, the ones that they're looking for. This is the one they can pick off. And they
Good idea.
immediately begin to organize a sort of surrounding strategy that would just take you from all angles and rip you to shreds. And they're closing in on David, you can tell. Veta, you can give me a stealth check as you
Yep.
get into a position.
How many
what was
wolves are
Barry
there?
doing?
20.
Okay, 20. Yeah, you're hidden. No one, the wolves cannot detect you. How many wolves are around you, David? Oh boy.
My
It's the largest
63?
pack. So it's like 63 wolves. Yep. Only 8 can surround you at a time. Bear in mind. But still.
Okay.
You wanted Barry with you as well, was that?
Yeah,
Yeah, Barry's gonna be with me.
so I can fund the steppers out if need be. Or if
Alright.
David can do
What's,
something similar.
I can dimension
what's-
door us.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I can.
we
If you are with me, I can dimension door you and me out of there, and then their wolves are hopefully all in a bunch, and we can sort of take them on in a bunch.
so we can lag behind and be walking in the opposite direction and lead them away, and
Yeah.
then get the hell out of there.
Do you have Featherfall
Okay.
by chance?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
Why?
what's
'Cause I was gonna say we just blast ourselves 400 feet straight up in the air and then hit
Glide
them with
out.
stuff as we're falling down.
I don't,
Which-
sorry.
We'll be out of range.
Who has the surstrumming? We got a
Nobody have it
caravan.
anymore.
607 does.
No, because we got another one of it recently. I remember us getting it because
Did
we
we get another one?
discussed it.
did yeah.
Maybe I do then.
Maybe we open the surstrumming and you bamf us out 500 feet
I
in the
don't-
direction of the caravan.
No, I don't have it. I thought 607 had it.
No, we got one like
No, Ashanti has it.
Oh, Ashanti has it. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Thinking of
could
what's
be
Ashanti
useful.
doing during the assault of this army of wolves. Shanti? Brandee?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm thinking. I'm gonna. I'm sorry. I got distracted for a
I
second.
can come
Are we
back to you.
being?
That's all right.
Yes. Can you come back to me? Because I'm sorry. I got
Okay.
distracted by the family for a second.
No worries. Eve. What's
Hi.
your plan of action?
So basically, are all the wolves surrounding us?
They're
Like,
actually
in like a
now
circle.
distracted more by David. And so they've
okay.
they've deliberately lagged behind, and now they're just closing in around them too. But it hasn't got rid of the whole pack. There are still some that are tailing the main group, the main caravan.
Yeah.
Of course,
feel
two
like
humanoids
we've
aren't
got
going
a
to
lot
feed
of
an
them.
entire pack.
I feel like we've got 63 of them are around us, so that's gonna be.
I
take
will
63.
try and like go ahead and see if I can draw any attention from any that are like ahead of the pack kind of thing. That's something I can do.
Okay, sure. Let's
can-
say then if you're trying to lure them, how are you luring them?
I will take a ration out of my pack and lure them toward me.
Okay. This sounds like an animal handling check. Go ahead and roll that.
Well, I don't think I'm very good at that, but yeah. Yeah. 5.
Doesn't
Just
look like
there.
they're here for doesn't look like they're here for cold jerky. Looks like they want warm, fresh meat. And your attempt is and also I think they see you as a very strong type of individual worthy of defending themselves, even against 8 wolves. I think you could easily defend and cut down a number of them.
Yeah, I think
Instead,
that
I think
that's what we're going to have to do is kill some of them and let them feed off their dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about Hulla? Hulla's got something for this, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Hulla wants to stay near the center of the Ten Towners and keep them calm and keep an eye out for any wolves who are leaving the back of the pack and trying to look for opportunities. like she's gonna have her her longbow on hand, and she's just gonna be patrolling, make sure everyone sticks together, and keeping an eye out
Okay.
for wolves near the center of the pack.
All right. All right. Okay. And then back to Ashanti.
Okay, I think that what I'm going to do is start firing and see if I can pick some of them off. If we can kill a few, maybe they're hungry enough that they'll go after their fallen. So that's
Okay.
you know, if all I know that's brutal, but and I know wolves are not normally cannibalistic, but we need them to focus on the fresh meat they have and not us.
Okay. Just roll a longbow attack for me. Don't have to target them.
Okay.
Okay, you definitely hit them. As soon as this first wolf goes down, the others let out this rallying howl, and immediately all of them start pouncing towards their respective targets. For the most part, the majority are going for Barry and David.
Okay.
Another like 40 or so are going for the 10 towners, the weakest looking first, and even maybe Bits. What does Barry and David do as they close in around you from every angle?
So I wait till there's like the maximum number of wolves surrounding us, which I believe if we're surrounded by all sides is like 14.
No, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd be like 10.
Oh, 10. I mean, that's still good enough.
Still good.
And then I
Wait,
thunderstep
yeah,
us out.
Wait, and then thunderstep as soon as they're in range that they all get hit.
Are we going towards the caravan or away from the caravan to try and lead any?
Or to the caravan.
We need to protect the caravan, so we need
Yeah.
to move towards the ones that are heading towards the caravan.
Yeah, because I was thinking like we lead them away and then you dimension door us back too, or
yeah.
Okay, so roll your.
Yep.
Is it 60-10?
Level 4 now, guys.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, just roll the thunderstep damage.
Do.
How far away are we from the caravan people?
It's up to you. How much you want to be away from them?
4d10.
Oh.
I mean, we were away. We were just dragging as far
as
behind
I said,
as we could, like a couple hundred
just
feet.
roll just roll the d10s. Don't place the.
Yeah. Oh god.
So right click.
How do I cancel it? Close.
Right click.
Right click.
I did right click. Why did it still do it?
Oh god.
I right clicked.
I did say roll the d10s. Don't.
I know, but I'd already clicked the thunderstep by then, so I was trying to cancel it.
Well, Jesus Lord Almighty. Well, there's a lot of wolves getting blasted.
It did the whole
as well
map.
as some zombie kobolds get caught in the blast.
No. I tried to click everyone off.
Well, Jesus, I think we get a taste of the damage at least, which is gonna kill all 10 wolves that surround you immediately. That's just gonna hit.
How much was it?
Yeah, even with this
30.
even with
Okay.
saves. Yeah,
Jeez.
30 damage. Even if they save, they are dead. That is a really high roll for a thunderstep. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, the pack is suddenly disorientated as at least a 10th of their number is obliterated in the first hit. A couple more are picked off from Ashanti in the first shots, and then Veta, you can ambush them as well.
Yep. So I'm gonna fire a fire cage arrow at one of them to basically that should have been with advantage, and I'm just gonna roll an extra d20 just in case. Nope. my so this probably would have been the 16, so on the dice. So
taking out another one pretty much immediately.
yeah, and I'm hoping that the fire from it, because it would obviously light the wolf on fire, would also work as like a deterrent.
Yeah, potentially.
And then I would just hide again.
As soon as we've done the thunder step, I'm gonna take out the wand of web and I'm gonna shoot a web towards a group of them that are behind us, or near, actually the group of them that are closest to the
10 towers,
the caravan people, the 10 towners,
yeah,
to sort of just
there's like
stop or slow
40 of them charge towards them, and that web will intervene. Yeah,
I thought there was 40 total.
No. Oh my god, they are dodging the web, it seems. Oof. Yeah, I'm just rolling one deck save for the whole pack here, because you can only get like what, about 20 of them in there.
How many total wolves do we still have left after the 10 are dead?
Still difficult terrain in the web, though.
There's like 88 wolves left.
Okay.
Yeah. And 40 of them pile in onto the 10 towners, absolutely ripping them to shreds, growling and snarling. These guys are screaming. The 10 towners are in absolute panic. But Hulla, you're like right there in the midst of them. What did you want to do, Hulla?
Yeah, if they're surrounding me, then I'm going to call up the spirit guardians.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the right call.
Oh, and can't you do that at 4th
15
level
foot.
now?
Yep.
Terrifying.
AoE spells.
So, likewise, I think you can just roll me 4d8.
Okay. 48.
Bit of a
That's 2
lower
ones
roll.
on the roll. Yeah, it's not
But
great.
I failed on my roll, so you're all good. So the pack that jumps into the fray nearest Hulla are still absolutely shredded apart by, as you mentioned, like the bluish little imps, aren't they? That drag them down into the depths of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I want to circle around, try and get as many wolves as I can on each turn.
Yeah, you see them immediately backing up and away from that section of the caravan. They may have picked off like a couple and dragged them out. And so 1 or 2 people are still kicking and screaming as the wolves are tearing into them. But you've pretty much protected like the bulk of the caravan, probably taking out, well, I can tell you at least like 20 wolves with that Spirit Guardians, and that halved the pack that was going for you. What about Eve? Now you see they don't seem to be distracted by the little meat that you went for, but there are some people that are getting dragged off.
I'm gonna go towards people getting dragged off, and I will attack
Okay.
with my sword.
You got like good 4 attacks and a teleport, haven't you? I'm pretty sure you're able to bamf around and save people's asses.
Yeah. So, what am I targeting, or
Nothing. Just roll an attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
So,
bad.
oh yeah, no, that's still a little nearly enough to kill one outright.
I'm looking at that. Chill out. Right. I'm going to. I'm looking at all my maneuvers. Sorry.
Any maneuver would kill it, as it's left on like 1 HP.
I'll do a lunging attack because that's right in front of me right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh jeez, another one. Oh, you
I
don't
think
roll-
it's dead.
I think it's dead. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it's a little dead. Um,
And there's still like plenty more wolves that are kind of all scattered about. But I know you've got abilities to get to them, and
whereabouts would these wolves be, or are they just these ones that are
just
around?
yeah, they're more the pack that have kind of surrounded the major. Oh Jesus, see, one of them edged too close, and got shredded by the spirit guardians again.
Oh
They've definitely
no.
backed away. They're the ones that are trying to escape at this point, and they've got people like dragging their legs away, but you can easily teleport to them and get them.
I'm trying to think what I can do. I'm not sure if I want to use my cloud jaunt just yet. I know I've got 2 of them, but
If you don't, these guys they will pull away and probably get killed on
okay.
this turn because they
Yeah.
got 40 foot of movement.
Okay, I'll
Militia
do.
needs to go out and drag them back to the caravan while you're killing the wolves, if possible.
I'll do a cloud jaunt then, and I will get there,
Yeah, you can get right into the fray of
and then
another pack of 10 wolves here that are dragging away their meal.
I'll use my second attack on this guy here.
Looks
To
like they
my
got Oris Master is the one who's like, God damn it, get these things off of me.
It's okay. I will save you.
Ah!
And I can use
He-
offhand attacks as well, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So you get one offhand.
Yeah. Also, as a
Yeah.
thing, your cloud jaunt is now 3 per day, not 2 per day, because it's based on proficiency bonus. Just
I
so
didn't
you're
know
aware.
that.
Right, that
It's been a while.
It has gone up to 3, so you're all good there.
Nice.
Or did you just change it? I don't know.
I haven't done nothing. I will go for that one again with my offhand attack.
Well, that one dead. Whilst a whole bunch of them turn towards you, Oris
Oh, no.
Marsu's relentless endurance kicks in as he's being torn to shreds. He's like, ah, good job, Manok. And then several of them turn on you and try to retaliate, but they basically have no chance to get. Unless pack tactics, you know, I'll roll again.
I'm too dexterous for this.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able
Dodging
to
and
like dance
weaving.
around in between these wolves. Yeah, leaping over. Another one comes from behind, and you backflip over that one. It's just an absolute feeding frenzy, but nothing's getting you.
I am
Okay,
gonna use a riposte attack with my superiority die
cool.
as well.
Jeez, yeah, of course. And I would take out another one.
Yay!
Yeah, so that would kill another one in the nearby. I think at this point, you've handled your pack of wolves single-handedly. Hulla definitely has as well. Barry took out a whole chunk of them. We'll go back to Ashanti.
Well,
Looks like as a party, you're doing well.
I think I'm just gonna, kick back, roll up a blunt, and relax, because
Wow.
obviously the rest of them are taking them out.
Okay, cool. All right, sure.
No. I'm gonna try to pick a few off. I don't want to get that first one that's coming into Spirit Guardians, but maybe some of the others that are to the south of us with my longbow. And I'm going to use my broadhead arrows. So
God,
I'm
I'd
going
love to see
fire
Ashanti with a blunt.
So I'm going to
That's
fire a
funny.
couple of my broadhead arrows.
Longbows. Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure why that did that.
It would have hit.
Is counting one of probably someone as nearby as an enemy. Probably.
No. Don't know why it is, but either way, it would have hit. Probably nearly killed one of them, but it's
Okay.
yeah.
Because I'm
I
supposed to
think
click on
the
my arrows,
no, you
right?
don't.
Not my longbow.
No, you're supposed to click the longbow.
Oh, okay. That's where I made a mistake. So, and then I will fire my next one. Longbow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good grief.
Which
Why am I firing at
still would have
disadvantage?
hit. I don't know,
Okay.
but I'm taking the first number, so don't thread it.
Okay.
It's another
So,
hit,
okay.
and
So
that'll
those are
probably finish off.
my two attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll finish off the wolf that was coming in from the side angle
Hmm.
because you did 10 on the first, and then a minimum of one will kill another. It looks like you guys have pretty much got this encounter on lock. I'll say
Somebody
any
howling.
that's the wolves.
Okay.
At this point, anyone who wants to can either roll an intimidation check to just fend off the others. It looks like there's no chance they're going to get any closer to Hulla, but if they outspeed, which they can run around and try to get to others, which it looks like they're doing, but they're doing so cautiously with their numbers already kind of
Yeah.
basically severed in half.
I'll
They're sort of
I'll run
you have what?
I'll run back out as if I'm like scared and running away, and then trip over to attract a load of them again.
So your deception is in other words.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
yeah, and then if I can get
You can do so with disadvantage. It's unlikely they're going to fall for the same trick twice.
with disadvantage.
What you really need now is someone with an intimidation check. Yeah, they're not
Um,
falling for it
wait,
this
wait,
time.
I'm gonna
Can
bump it.
I
I'm gonna bump it.
can I position myself in
11?
such a way that I can get a
Nah.
bunch in
No.
a 30-foot cone?
I'm gonna do the intimidation
yeah.
check.
I just did
Sure.
it. I got a 20. Is that enough?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It is, but I just got to ask Veta real quick. How are you going to try and group them up?
Well,
You don't want to hit your allies, right? And they're
yeah.
all over the caravan.
Yeah,
They're just,
that's
like,
probably
interspersed
not
between
going to be
people.
suitable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won't do that then.
No.
Okay, Ashanti, how do you intimidate them? It seems like Harry's attempt to try and just roar.
No! Just my usual, my usual half-orc barbarian, acting kind of crazy, shouting at them,
Mm-hmm.
making myself look big. And
the Spirit Guardians gonna end it. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Looking big, looking intimidating, letting out this loud roar certainly sends some hesitation into the ranks of these wolves. And because their numbers are sort of severed, you kind of got these more I guess daring type who are skirting around the edges. They're looking for an opportunistic kill, and then there's suddenly this bellowing roar that gives them a second thought about the whole ordeal. Meanwhile, Barry's just left in the snow, laying down, pretending to be wounded. They're not falling for it though.
I'd probably turn around and just blast a few of them with Eldritch Blast and pull them away from the pack because I've run away.
I'm gonna cast slow on a group of them, so they're slowed down. They can't move as quickly as they would like to.
Sure. You can pull down, push their retreat, but they're not going to get another round. They're just going to be in full retreat.
Oh, I meant any that was still hanging about. If they're running, I'd just leave them to run.
Yeah, there's one or two.
Oh yeah, if they're running. I'm trying to make any that are still attacking. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. At this point, I think the majority of them are getting cut down, if not running. They took out maybe only. I'm gonna roll a d12 for the remaining ones. Yeah, they took out 11 people in the 10 towns. You can see their bodies are strewn around, throats ripped out, legs torn to shreds, just chunks of meat actually bitten off the bone. Some of the wolves, the ones that did this, are laying dead alongside their victims. Others managed to get away with a light snack.
Yeah, I'm going to be heartless and tell the 10 towners we will mourn when we get to the tree, but we need to keep moving. We've got to we've got to keep going.
Yeah.
We don't have time now, and we don't want to string out our defenses to stop and bury the dead. So
Right.
I think that the 10 towners need to rifle pockets, and if there's weapons or anything that the people have left, pick up what they can, regroup, comfort the living, and let's go.
I'm gonna quietly tell Barry, we can probably just shove these bodies in the bag of holding and take them with us, can't we?
Can we do that?
Body fits in a 2-foot diameter.
Yeah.
How wide is a human body?
I mean, too big to fit
Less
in a
than 2
body.
feet
Like the
in
shoulders.
diameter.
Yeah, why are we taking dead bodies with us? I mean, I
Very.
can. Yeah.
2 feet.
2 feet is pretty wide.
2 feet is pretty wide, and that's diameter, not like length.
That's diameter. Yeah.
30 centimeters wide? That doesn't seem right.
It's about
2 feet.
the
2
length of
feet's
someone's
pretty big.
shoulders.
You can get that's shoulders are the widest part for a lot of people, and they've been starving, right? So they're not exactly
David,
large people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to say no. We don't want them bleeding all over the stuff at the back of the holding, and
doesn't work like that.
I don't mean to
They'll
be
just bleed into
unkind.
empty space.
Yeah, 41 centimeters is the average male shoulder to shoulder at 1.34 feet. So we could actually put them in the bag of holding. Lengthways, yeah. Which is weird to say that and work that out, but yes.
Or we can put them on the sleds. We have sleds.
Oh, we could put them on the sleds if we really want to.
Cover them in snow. Cover them in snow.
It's so weird.
Could we strip the wolves for meat? Possibly like on the night time, like so we're not burning through.
Meat and pelts and teeth and all kinds of useful stuff on these dead wolves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people need healing, so it would take a moment for everyone to sort of gather the wounded, heal them.
I can help with the healing.
Okay, so you're gonna heal them.
I'll
Vetter, do you want
stripping.
to do the? Okay, yeah, you can strip them.
Yep.
Not the bodies, the wolves.
Barry's just gonna be stripping.
No.
Vetter will harvest the
providing a
bodies,
nighttime
not
entertainment.
wanting to let any of the wolves go to waste because it would be a dishonor to them.
Sure. Yeah, even Barry and Vetter can roll survival checks. Looks like.
I was more like giving advantage. I'm not good at survival. But sure.
We can give advantage. Yeah, but Vetter, Eve, you just see Barry's making an absolute meal of it and messing it up.
I'm like cutting into the pelt, and I keep getting distracted by the teeth and being like, "Oh, these would make trinkets."
Barry, you're getting blood everywhere.
Yeah, Barry. No.
Stop.
No.
He looks at you and he's just
check
covered
on
in
the
blood.
10 towner. Yeah.
Leave
David,
it to
can
the
you
experts.
prestidigitation this? Yeah.
Yeah, I can clean it up. Not to worry.
He looks worse than the wounded ones. Oris is like, "Oh, they got you too, Barry, huh? Quick, I think David and Hulla are administering healing. Let's get you over there.
No, it's
How much?
it's
How much
more
healing
pain.
does it cost me to heal people up today?
Like a mass healing word would fix up all the commoners.
Okay, I'll do one mass healing word
Sure.
at 3rd level.
Well,
Yeah, or like as
If
many as
that's
you
all it's
can
gonna
with
take.
that.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
get 6 people with that.
Okay.
So I don't know if
That's
I need
good,
to do
that's good.
more or not.
Okay. And
All right.
Ashanti doesn't mean to be difficult, but we need to get these people moving forward. Yield on
Yeah.
sleds. You know, we can grab as many pelts as we can, because that once we treat the pelts, that'll help keep people warm, but let's keep moving forward.
Okay.
And leave
Moving
a few
forward.
bodies behind for the wolves so that they will focus on the meat at hand and not trail after us and try again.
Hmm. Okay. Thankfully, the weather eases up into a light snow for the rest of this journey and night, and you're able to complete day 3 out with no other hindrances. Though, definitely, you still hear the distant howls of several wolves, but they'll probably be way more cautious. And you're right, any wolves that were left over that you didn't get, they're going to be chewing on some bones, basically, some marrow. All right. Yeah, the smell of blood and meat is still fresh in the air, but setting up for the night.
Barbecue for the night.
A barbecue, yeah. Actually, this puts you ahead of what you were like in terms of rations. It puts you back in the green, like puts you back in the good. All right.
30 some odd wolves or 40 some odd wolves that we took out, spread out over
Mhm.
everybody. Feed a good number of them with that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. 4th day. Still a bit of light snow in the morning, but oh shit! You can see Vetter. There's going to be a blizzard today.
Well, we don't have a choice. We have to keep moving, don't we? We're
Mm-hmm.
no point staying
Can we
here.
use the sun star again, or was that a
No,
once
you
only?
can't.
So once only.
Once only.
So we can move for a little bit, but we have to. I think we have to spend time reinforcing, because when that
There's
blizzard
some
comes, it's going to be rough. We should spend time.
Yep. There is some good
Find
news
some
here.
good shelters, some good trees or something.
Yeah, the good news is that you can actually see on the map, you're actually coming up to the Cackling Chasm. This is technically going to be a shelter from the storm. So
Okay.
We could be everybody hide in the
1,
cackling chasm,
2.
but
Yeah.
don't go too far down. It might be a
Yeah.
giant mouth.
Yeah, that would be what happens. The 4th day, you reach the Cackling Chasm just as this blizzard rolls in, and yeah, I guess I can take you to the map. Why the hell not?
is this a good time to get David down there to check it out? Because he doesn't need to
Might be-
breathe.
Yeah, might as well do. We have to wait out the storm, right?
Do you want to check out the cackling chasm at the bottom? And it's slippery insides.
The cackling chasm.
Cackling clackle.
If we're just gonna be huddling in the caves, then I don't see why not. As long
Yeah.
as it's not gonna hold up anything.
We're not under. The only time crunch we're under is waiting out the storm, right? So
Yeah. Oh.
as good a time as any.
Oh.
Put a rope
Any
across
time
the
crunch.
center. I'll climb down the rope. Somebody
Yeah.
attach a rope to my.
Yeah.
Rope,
Is this?
Yeah, it's rope.
So we
Any
need
time
some-
crunch you're on is rations because they will run out and people will start to starve.
Yeah, this is where we need to put some sort of system where we put a beam across, so you can go down the dead center without touching the sides.
I can go down the dead center. Yeah.
There's some sort of anti-magic thing down there. Is what we
Because
learned.
the first level or two is Oh yeah, I can't. It's anti-magic, so I can't just bamf back up.
No, you'd have to climb back up.
I don't-
But you don't have to breathe,
Alright.
and it would. You're the perfect candidate, and sadly the only.
All right.
So wait,
Let's
what are
put
you
it.
planning on doing?
Let's get it. Get it.
Going down by a
We're gonna
rope?
send David down on the rope.
Mm-hmm.
But
Make me a
we're,
perception check, David.
Perception. Check. Wait.
Mhm.
Wait. I'm gonna boost that.
Can I
By
guidance
much.
him? Or is he too far away still?
it's still be next
He's
to us.
sort
I
of
guess-
going.
I
This
guess
is going
depends on if
down.
he's still at the top.
No, this is a point at which, when he's getting down into the real depths and the gullets of this thing.
Hey, can't help you.
No.
You're on your own. Good luck.
Okay, so
Wow.
you added
I added a 5 for knowledge from a past life. And they make an
Mhm.
ability check
Okay.
or use a skill.
mhm. That
Oh,
reaction.
we had that special rope now.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
magical.
It's not a reaction. It's not a
So you could
reaction.
also add. So you could also add guidance.
I could add, yeah, I guess I could add guidance to that as well.
Okay.
There's
That's a 15.
15.
15 is actually what you needed. Okay. You start to hear a familiar sizzling sound as
Sizzling?
you're descending down. You're
Like
realizing
acid
the
sizzling?
rope. Yep, the rope is being slowly dissolved and fraying. And this was exactly the same problem I think you had last time. And you're hearing it before you get down too deep. But the rope will eventually dissolve just from being down in this acrid environment.
Just the air is making it do that, eh?
It's half that, and it's also the part where the rope is sort of hanging down and up against the side of the tube, you could say, like the shaft of the tunnel. It's as you're like just abseiling down, right? You can hear the sizzling of the rope.
I thought I was going down straight to the middle, but we're not touching the sides.
How
Yeah, that was
so?
the whole
How can you
point
lower
of-
yourself?
We had.
How can you lower yourself without?
Well, didn't we plan where we were gonna have a beam across the
Yeah.
mouth, and then hang the rope from the center of the beam so that the
Yeah.
rope wouldn't be touching the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
that's what we said we were going to be doing.
or if need be, what we'll do is we'll do the rope of climbing to sling and attach to one side, and then pit a net at the other side, and then tie the rope in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about, we
All right.
specifically didn't want to be going down the side,
I
but
may
going
have-
down the middle.
May have missed that whole part of the setup, but if you're doing that, then in that case, the smell and acrid environment is basically just unbearable to some. You're not needing to breathe, so it's fine. But as you get down further and further, it's still pitch black down here. There's no light, no nothing. And any torch that's lit instantly kind of goes out. The environment is too thick. The fumes basically snuff out the flame. So, if you got a light source, you can use.
I do have a light source. I have a lamp I can use.
A lantern?
No, a lamp. 15-foot radius, dim light, and light for 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30.
Okay.
Oil lamp.
Alright, nice. In that case, then, hopefully, with that being contained within the actual glass It should not be snuffed out. An open flame would definitely. As you get down even further, you still feel a moisture in the air that's prickling your skin.
I'm gonna do
It's-
a quick minor illusion just to see if I can have the glove that I'm wearing turn red. And see if that
It
works,
does
just to
not.
see if magic. Okay, so we're
Yeah,
magic.
you have lowered yourself down deep enough. There's no magic, but
Okay.
the light that shines out from this lamp only what was it, 15 feet?
Light
another
for
15
15
for
feet,
30.
and then
Okay.
dim light for 30, for an additional 30, so
Okay.
45 feet. 45 feet out, there's dim light.
You run out of rope before you get to the bottom. You're gonna need to get some more. This tunnel is a lot longer than what you thought, but you are practically down some. What did you? How many ropes did you tie together? Like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get to 100 feet down, and you can feel like the room around you has opened up, like you're in this cavernous location, but you can't see the bottom of said cavern. You can just hear maybe like a light sizzling sound.
Don't have a lot of stuff, but I do have a bar of soap.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the bar of soap. I'm gonna see if I can hear how far down it is.
Okay, you hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4 before it splashes into something below, and you hear that sizzling sound echo all around you, and a slight smell of smoke, so basically being dissolved into the air, which does very little to combat it, but it does seem like it drops a few seconds before hitting what sounds like a steel pool of that acid.
Yeah. Okay, climb back up carefully, and then let everybody else know what we found, which was not much.
Do we have more rope, maybe?
Yeah, but the problem is also going to be what happens when we get down to that pool of acid at the bottom. It melted my soap.
Oh. Well, maybe don't touch the pool of acid, but check what's down there.
But you're sure it was like a lake of acid and not a floor of acid? Like it was
I
liquid?
could not see. It sounded like a pool or a lake or something of a pond of acid. It's a water of acid right below the center here, and I could not see it, so I can't tell you how big it is, or what's on the side, or what might be down there.
The one thing I did say, and I mention it again now, is the walls kind of gave way from that rocky texture to much more of a smooth, fleshy looking substance. Still perhaps really tough and leathery, but it's most definitely more organic the further you went down.
I do have another idea on what we can do, but it's not exactly the smartest thing.
Not smart is good ideas. They've worked in the past.
I just want to point out that if we're going to wake up some eldritch horror from the unknown depths, we have 1,000 people outside this this chasm that we have sworn to protect and guide to safety. Not sure how safe we're being right now.
That's why we're talking about it now. That's why we're talking about it now, and that's why I'm saying it's not a smart idea. I could cast, because we need to be able to get down there easily and get up, and we need something that can see in the darkness.
See,
And
need
so
is the
I
word
could,
I'm stuck on in this argument. We need to get the 1,000 people to safety. I'm not sure. We need to get down the chasm if
One
it's organic.
one could argue there's strength in numbers, and there's 1,000 of us here.
1,000 people to feed to the beast below.
No.
They're gonna tell Granny Edna and little Timmy to go fight the Eldritch Hordes. Oh my God.
Oh,
Not saying just a scouting mission.
You're just
Potentially.
scouting. What's the crazy
But-
idea, David?
I could polymorph somebody into an
Magic.
animal that could either fly down and see in the dark and scout about,
magic.
or oh shit, it's magic. It would undo, and then they'd just fall to their death.
I think
That's a
the
good-
only thing we got is more rope and see what's further down, but not quite at the pool of acid.
Yeah,
And
that
So that's
I
all-
think.
Android can't communicate, right? Like she can't
Right.
tell us. Okay.
I mean, what if the thing we're looking?
Andy Royd is powered by magic too, I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
What if the thing we're looking for is just right at the pool of acid floating in it? And it's just a case of a snatch and
mean,
grab.
It probably there's I think there's definitely 100% something right in that pool of acid or near the pool of acid. We just have to figure out how to get down there.
Dude, that's what I'm worried about.
You
if
want-
it was just us, I'd be all like, yeah, hell yeah, let's go
Well,
down there and see.
I mean, we could just do it on the way back because we're gonna have to travel this way to get towards the lake area anyway.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could do it on the way back, unless you're feeling chaotic.
I'm fine with that. Maybe we can bring a couple of sleds with us, disassemble them, make them into some sort of bridge that David can lower himself down from.
Wow. Okay. That's up to you. Do you want to do
There's gotta
that
be
on the
something,
way back? Or...
right? We all agree that we want to see what's down there.
Do we really do?
I do think Ashanti makes a good point that this is not the time to be overly stupid. That we can be
Okay.
stupid later.
It's always
Keep it later. All right.
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
amusing when
Have we
Ashanti's
got
the voice of reason.
Granny Edna and little Timmy to safety. And yes, let's go for it.
Okay.
Just those two. So, okay, everybody else is fine.
All right. Coming back to here for now. All right. The blizzard takes about a good 5 hours to abate before eventually you're able to start moving on. So we'll say the next weather then would be okay. Skipping around. Clear sky. You lucked out. Okay. You haven't gone this far east past the Cackling Chasm before. Kind of more of taking a different route every time. Though, it seems as though the weather is easily navigatable. People are actually making good time.
Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, you do see there is a frozen lake that would just be right in the middle of you. Looks like it's unmarked on the map. And it's sort of in between the two mountainsides. We're talking right about here. It's a frozen lake. Just,
All right. Not there.
yeah.
That's fine.
Solid. Yeah.
That's fine.
What
It's
if
off
we-
our
Now-
path.
Yeah, we'll take this way through the mountain pass.
Okay, like there then. There you go.
Of course.
It's in your way,
Yeah, I know.
regardless. It's nestled between the mountains, and yeah, a previously undiscovered lake just sits completely frozen over. How do you
Fine.
proceed?
Vote we go around it because we don't know how frozen it is, and 1,000 people is very heavy.
All at once, yes. you know, I would say that we could possibly take 1 or 2 people across just to see. If it is truly frozen solid, um, but y'all are right that it may be safer to go along the edges of it.
I mean, it might be fine. Like, the weather's cold enough that, you know, 1 or 2 or 10 people might be okay. But
I could turn
all of us?
somebody into a fox and send them on a scouting mission. Foxes are nice and light and can run across the thing.
But if you're wanting to test the weight,
But if we're
I'm
wanting
not.
to test
This,
the
this
weight of
isn't to
1,000
test the
people,
weight.
yeah,
okay.
I don't want to test. I
you
don't
just
want
want
to
to
test the
see,
weight.
like, what else is out there?
I mean, how frozen is it? Is it clearly frozen all the way across, or is it like maybe
Yes,
it's
it
not
is.
frozen in the middle?
It looks frozen as far as the eye can see.
Don't go across the middle. Stay to the where it might be shallower.
Yeah, I'm saying if we follow the
Small
edge of
groups. Small groups, single file, and
yeah, follow the
or we
edge
go
of it,
or
go
or we follow the edge. Yeah, or we follow the edge
yeah,
and
have them
take our
follow the
time.
edge and then go. Um,
Oris says, I brought a pickaxe if you want to test how solid it really is.
well, um,
Alright.
I
Alright.
can I can go and across and see if I can make it. But you know, they pointed out I'm one person. So
Cool.
even if I have my axe beak pull a sled across, I still think it's going to be safer for us to go along the edges. I mean, we're only swinging out just a little bit further than to go across that center. If we go along the edges of the lake, then the worst thing that happens is we go a foot
Twisted
or 2
ankles,
underwater.
yes.
Is what?
Twisted ankles.
Right.
That's not
But if we
that's
go through
not
the
flat
center,
ground. The sleds aren't going to be able to go along the steep angle. And we got elderly as well.
what I'm saying is stay on the ice on the edges.
Oh, I see. Staying on the edge, but still on the
Right.
ice. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So
Gotcha.
not off the ice onto the land, but literally on the very edge of the ice.
And then we can pull anyone
Alright,
up
I'm
who
with you.
falls in
Right.
without them drowning.
Anybody who falls is only going to fall a foot or 2.
Yep, that makes sense. All right, then. Let's go that way. The shallower edges of the river are a
Mhm.
good call. Grink's barrel ball also steps up. You remember him from Bremen. He says, you know, I did bring some fishing equipment if you wanted to do a spot of fishing while we're here. And I can also see how deep it is. He takes out like his saws. It's up to you.
If you
You let
want
him.
to do that, if you want to do that, that's fine. Just do that far enough away that if something comes through the hole,
Something comes
that
through the
is
hole. What, a
related to
knucklehead
the
toad?
Eldritch War and the Cackling Chasm, it's not going to eat our people.
I'll take him up on that.
Who did
Yeah,
I
you
give
did
the
not
map?
spook me.
I'll use the hook of Fisher's Delight and
Yep.
take him up on that.
All right, sweet.
How do I use this again? Do I just roll the
Basically,
dice for it?
Roll a survival check.
Is that how that works? I don't know.
It's better than how
No.
it would normally work.
Yeah. Normally you'd roll a d6 and you only get something on a 6.
Exactly. Whereas rolling this, you have a much better chance. So, yes, actually, you are able to catch something. You can roll on the table.
Which is a d20.
D20.
Oh,
Ooh,
you got
gold
the
with silver
gold with
stripes.
Yeah.
Provides a
They
day's worth of
Found it.
nourishment for one creature that eats it, and grants 2d10 temporary hit points to that creature.
Damn.
Excellent.
Okay.
Loses its properties and rots if not eaten within 24 hours of being caught.
Mhm.
I will probably find the weakest, or maybe a child that reminds him of his own, and provides them with protection for the day.
Okay. Nice. All right.
Unless anyone here in the party would prefer the fish.
We're so
I
close
am
to
quite
the end.
hungry.
Yeah, we're so close to the end. I kind of think that we should hold the fish for at least a couple of hours, just to make sure that we don't need to give extra protection to somebody in the party.
Okay.
Again, it's the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
Okay.
And unfortunately, when you're traveling in a caravan, you have to think practically, to save as many people as possible, or to get as many people from point A to point B as safely as possible.
Okay. If it rots,
Makes
then it
sense.
gets wasted. So we need to make sure within 24 hours we eat it,
Right.
or
I
someone eats it.
absolutely agree.
I mean, there's 1,000 people. Somebody's gonna eat it.
Okay. Cool. All right then. Give it to. Well, you're holding off, waiting to give it to
Yes.
someone if they need it.
Mhm.
All right. As you're making your way across the frozen lake. Actually, where is? I'll find the art. There's a cool piece of art in this module of someone fishing, but I can never find it because the name of it is something obscure. All right. Well, at the point where you kind of get about halfway, and the majority of, in fact, everyone is on the lake at this point. Thousands of people crossing. There is suddenly a crack in the ice, and the fissure
Told you.
spreads too quick, too
We should
fast,
have gone
and
around.
you definitely see a section of the caravan falls into the frozen lake. Now, as you said, you're on the edge. I won't say
Mhm.
they're in any danger of drowning, but you definitely see they are frozen to the bone, and unless kind of warmed up, that's going to be a trouble.
I'll warm them up.
Okay.
And we get them to the other side and make camp
They will
because
freeze. Yeah, they will
before
freeze
that.
within minutes
Okay,
because, yeah,
Barry, can you
you
pull
can.
them across the ice, and David, can you warm them up?
David can warm up one
Muted.
person, warming them like one by one. Has anyone got anything for like the other dozen people that fall into the ice?
I can
We-
telekinesis people out of the water, like pull them out one by
Oh.
one. That's as much as I can really do in terms of that. So I'll start
Okay.
telekinesing people out of the water back onto the ice, and
Oh, found it right at the bottom. These guys.
I'm just gonna
There
help
we go.
get
Oh,
people out of their wet clothes
Yeah, and whilst
and see if
the
I can find
pelts,
some dry things to wear.
whilst the pelts haven't been treated from the wolves we harvested, we can probably wrap them in those.
yeah, that's
better
true.
than
Yeah.
nothing.
Good. There you go. Good thinking. All right. So yeah, Hulla, you quickly get them out of the clothes, knowing that hypothermia is going to set in within moments. You got David warming up one person at a time, one by one, and yeah, you grab the back of the sled and pull out the pelts and just wrap them over people to keep them warm as quickly as you can.
Warm and dry, yeah.
maybe we can put them on a sled so that they can
Yeah,
ride for a little bit until
sure.
their clothes are dry.
as
Yeah, where
so
you take off the pelts, you can put them back on there.
so they
Okay.
don't like panic because they're freezing and we're trying to warm up our
Stripping again.
calm emotions, the ones that fell in to like keep them
Okay,
level headed,
yeah.
so they don't panic.
It
And
looks like it's poor Edgar Demoot, the speaker of
Yeah.
Dugan's Hall. He's like, frozen.
It's
I
okay.
feel like
Look, there's houses back there and a boat. Look, we're safe. We're somewhere. Look at the artwork.
houses.
Look at the
No,
artwork.
no,
Look at the
that's a
artwork.
mirage.
I
It's a mirage.
I step in and start telling them stories of the tree they're going to go to, and how it feels like summer by the tree.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm using
Make them
calm
think of
emotions on
warmer
everyone.
times.
I'm using calm emotions on them all,
yeah.
and then Ashanti steps in and starts to panic them.
Make them hallucinate. You can roll this. Oh, I was going to say with advantage with the calm emotions, but yeah, this is like another one is like it's fine. There's nothing but a bit of water. We'll be fine. Come on,
just think,
Edgar.
Probably
just think
encourage
warmer
them
thought.
to.
Put you on the car.
Yeah, we'll encourage them to huddle together as well to share body heat, because that's a way of staying warm when you're cold.
Oh, I'm not getting anywhere near those people from Dugan's Hall.
Shanti is just trudging or riding
Shaking her.
forward, shaking her head, going, I don't know why Waylon did this. Why did he do this year after year after year? I hate being caravan leader.
Hilden Trollbane looks ahead and says, what about the rest of the river? Lake, it looks like that fissured. Some sections in front of us looks more unstable on this half of the lake.
We're going to have to do it slowly and in a line as opposed to a mass of people thundering across.
Yeah.
So I know it's bunch up points are hard on caravans where you get backed up and people get stuck, especially in bad weather like this. But I don't see anything else we can do other than shepherd people through, in a line, and then as soon as you get to land, start preparing an overnight camp. So anybody who falls into the water, we can at least keep warm overnight.
I think if we go in single file, that means there's less chance of people falling in big groups.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll stay at the front of the pack, and if or close to the front, and if I see any sort of cracking where people might fall in, I'll quickly telekinesis them so they don't actually fall in the water, and just keep that ready constantly, turn after turn.
Yeah.
Geist will also want to be up near the front to basically be trying to navigate through the strongest points of ice to make it as safe as possible.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, if you would like to give me a perception or survival check, checking out which area is going to be the you
25,
found a safer looking route. It's still going to be slow, but you found an area that you test, and it seems as though it's going to be thick enough that indeed you can keep the caravan moving across that section. Okay. After that, it's going to take a long time. This is going to slow you down into the evening. You could go ahead and get a camp set up, like you mentioned.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. We need to get to the other side of the lake, get the camp set up, get people fed, get them under shelter, get those who fell in the water, make sure that they stay as warm as possible. And then hopefully we can push through tomorrow and make up for lost time.
Got it.
The other thing that we might be able to do is when we have people through, maybe have the fishermen come back out on the lake when we're not risking everybody being out here and see if they can catch some more fish just to supplement our stores of
Okay.
food.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. So I'm guessing several of you could have Eve or Hulla get ahead, set up the camp, whilst Barry, David, and Geist are basically making sure people get across safely.
Mhm.
And Ashanti's
Yeah.
organizing people who are trying to rush across, calm
Yeah,
them down, people getting them to do
yeah.
single file. All right, sweet. Okay, I think that will conclude that day. Getting up camp is easy, though what happens next is a dense fog rolls in. It is good that everyone is slowing down at this point and not leaving the rest behind, because you can't see anything for like miles, right? It's just complete whiteout.
Is this while we're sleeping, sort of thing, in the night, sort of thing?
It is during the whole night,
Okay.
the latter part of the evening, and then throughout the night. It's just
Are
this
we
dense fog
in?
forever.
A river valley. So are we at the bottom of a valley or a gorge? I mean, or are
Yeah,
we on a flatter plain area?
you flatter plain, but there's mountains either side of you.
Okay. But we're not like trapped in a little tiny gorge, are we?
No,
Okay. Right. That's
no,
what I wanted
unless
to make sure.
yeah, no. There's a big enough area here which
Okay.
spans like what? Yeah, like a mile across.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Perfect.
and these mountains look fairly. They're not steep as the ones
Okay.
earlier. Okay. But yeah, getting through the wood, that's for sure. Running out of timber. You've got enough food, I would say. This is great. Grinks is fishing up loads. And he says, it's like full circle, right? Back to fishing up knucklehead trout. Brings me back. And at this point, Tali's like, yeah, but this time no lake monster, thankfully. No Plesiosaurus in this one,
Yeah.
it seems like.
So
Um, okay. Weather. Day 5. Back to a light snow. You're getting lucky, guys. Looks like the next day's travel is going to be not a weather problem, but you definitely find your supplies of wood are starting to run low.
is there
Warmth
Yeah.
any
is going to be the biggest issue.
is there any trees or anything, even if they're like small and yet growing?
You can get up to a vantage point if you want and have a look, but there isn't any forest on your map at the very least.
No.
So
Even if something that can plant
yeah,
growth, basically.
And we've already gone through the extra timber that we picked up on the way.
I would say what happened was you were probably good to go for the most part, but this lake incident sort of slowed you down, and to warm people up again, it did use enough that you reckon you're going to start to run out by the end of the journey, right? So you're not out of wood, you're just sort of taking note that that setback has maybe sort of put you in a dangerous potential of running out of wood by the end, right? So it's always good to keep up stocks. Food, you're like over an abundance of now, but wood is the thing that you would be running out of. So
I am
you're not
not.
out. You're just sort of, ooh, yeah, like we're low on
What
that.
we may have to do is break up the sleds into smaller things that people can drag themselves and use the bulk of the wood in the fires.
Mm,
So we need to be prepared to have like redistribute the loads from the bigger sleds that can be pulled by axe beaks into smaller, pieces of wood that can be drugged by an individual person. Um,
yeah. If hopefully.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Barritomus?
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say, like, if we can find one good tree or one
Right.
slightly dying tree, then I can
Okay.
bring it to life. But yeah, as a plan B, your idea
Okay.
works as well.
I'm going to send Android out and say, Android, can you look for a tree? If you find a tree, bring back a branch, a small little branch to show us that you found a
twig, yeah.
tree.
Okay, give me
So,
a perception check with advantage with Android.
okay. Let me pull Android up. All right, and perception with advantage.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. The 21. Andy doesn't come back with a twig, but they do come back with a piece of charcoal instead.
Oh, this is even better. This is even much better.
Oh,
Android, can you show me where you got the charcoal from?
Yep, they begin to lead you towards this mountainous looking region. It's up off the track, right? So you're off the beam path somewhere like
Okay.
up into the mountains. And are you going with the party or are you
I imagine I'm taking at least like David and Barritomus or Eve
okay?
with me.
yeah.
Eve would probably be a really good choice as well, to go up and scout to see what Andy found and if we can make use of this. Because Barritomus is a crafter, David's a magic user, Eve can help me haul stuff. I don't want to endanger Hulla because we need a healer with the group, but Hulla can come, if she'd like just to
Let's just
see.
say, for the sake of this, just for the sake of this, say that you're going up there as a party to investigate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave the
because
refugees with the militia and go up together.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, all right then. So, reaching up to the top, into the spine of the world you go. Up ahead, you see Andy Royd has located what looks to be an abandoned campsite. And it must be, you're not sure how old. Maybe weeks, maybe months. Impossible to tell exactly.
Houses we saw in the artwork.
They were there. Yeah, sure. Yes, that's the one. Let me find my map. I'm sure I had one. But yeah, in this abandoned camp, you see there is stockpiles of not just wood, but they have indeed made charcoal as well, which will burn longer, way, way longer than just flat out wood. And it's gonna keep good. Like you can reuse charcoal as well, so you can even like anything that's left over, just put it out and bundle up for the next leg of the journey. Yeah, we'll go with this map.
Nice.
Get a hug Android and tell Android she is the best owl ever. Oh, honey, you are such a good owl. You are a good owl.
Is there any indication of whose camp this was?
Yes. Please make me a perception check, Hulla.
Because
Get rid of
perception. That's what I want to know. Is whose stuff are we stealing and where did they go? Oh, that's not good.
Is it looking around, Hulla? It looks like the campsite has been half buried in snow. Like the tents, it's up to like half the tent has been buried, right? So you're really
Yeah.
only seeing the top half of this, and you'd have to like dig into the campsite even to find the charcoal to begin with, I guess. But I'll say that there was like a stack of wood They kind of indicated where the warmth supplies were to begin with, and as your party's kind of rifling through that, and you're looking around, trying to figure out, well, who would just leave all this stuff here? Looks a little bit odd that someone would just up and leave.
Yeah, and I'll ask the group, like, do we know of any expedition parties who are known to be lost that we don't already know what happened to them? Because there were a couple of people who had gone out into the wilderness and got lost, right?
Wait,
True.
wait. This is 607? 607. 607, is this you? Is this you, 607?
I think we're a bit too far
If you wanna-
south for that.
I found him upside down in a snowbank before. Maybe he's here.
David,
Yes. Hello?
you don't think, considering the closest town being East Haven, that you could have wandered this far out when you were losing your memory?
I mean, I only watered for like a day or so.
Hmm.
And then you found me on the second day, so. I don't
Well,
see how it
to
could've gone
you
that
it
far.
was 2 days, but
Yeah.
it was much longer from what we learned.
I don't remember making any kind of camp. So
Hmm.
I did not have supplies.
I mean, it could be a Goliath camp looking for that polar bear that they're looking for. Maybe they've just had to abandon it for whatever reason.
We're gonna get attacked by Goliaths now.
Well, we're friends with the Goliaths.
It looks
Mostly.
like it's been
Oh, we're
buried for
friends
a
with
long,
some
long
Goliaths.
time.
I think think
Uh,
whoever here is long
G
gone.
is
but
I don't think it was me. I don't think I made any kind of camp. I don't
I
remember
have a
making any kind of
shovel.
camp.
I'm going to just start digging up the
Yeah.
tent and see if we can look inside the tent to find anything.
Yeah, let's take
Okay,
a look
yeah.
at around and see if there's any signs
Yeah.
of who may have been any
for
Mhm.
handy
personal
if you could
items
find like
or
a journal that said like, hey, this is the journal of 607. It is day 43 since I left my group.
Bet
and
will also
everything's
be
been
looking around.
fantastic. Day 43 and everything's
Okay.
been fantastic since.
And day 42 states how happy he was to have got rid of Geist.
This
Another
is where I
wonderful
buried all my
day.
secret treasure, including food and timber. Just over that ridge there.
So cruel. Okay, well, yes, you can. This would be a survival check, just to sort of dig up. Wouldn't be a hard DC. You know where the tents are. You're just sort of shoveling up and away some of the snow to get to the bottom. That's all.
Oh
I
my
used
God.
Okay.
If I use the vine of climbing to grab hold of the tent and then pull it towards, because the tent would be very light in comparison.
That's a
Would that work, or would
23
it?
for me.
I told you 607's here. Look, he just showed up.
That's
I'm gonna use
actually
this
that's
map,
the roll. That's
actually.
the roll from knowledge from a past life. So it was appropriate that 607 rolled it.
That's funny.
That's a 23
That's,
for me, by the way.
Okie dokie. Okay, easily enough. You start digging up this campsite, and you've got the daylight to do it. I'm just gonna adjust this real quick because I wasn't happy with the last map, so this one will do. And as eventually you hit something solid, boom, your shovel digs into the grave. At this point, it feels like, and as you look down, trying to shuffle away some of the snow to see what is this, you can see there is some cold weather clothing underneath the powdery snow, and immediately after you shuffle it away, you start to see a glow coming from the clothing. There are tears in it, yes, a white light, freezing to the touch, begins to emanate from the corpse here. And immediately you see something ruffling around. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Just
As
woken up an
the
unspeakable horror again.
It's
See,
what we do.
somebody had been smart and buried the zombie, and then we just went, "Oh, let's go dig it up."
the glowing horror of some long dead mortal begins to rise up, burning with this
Oh.
frigid fury.
One of these things again.
A cold light walker emerges from their grave,
Why am I at the
completely
front?
disturbed. And I'm gonna roll the other three as well. I'm gonna be even extra nastier and say that 3 of these are gonna surprise you. It's Bits. I don't know if Bits is with you or not. I just have them here on the map always.
Yeah, I
You can.
brought Bits with me, but I'm gonna tell him to guard the axe beaks. Wherever you've got the
Absolutely.
axe beaks stacked, it's where Bits is gonna be.
Okay. All right.
So
Sure.
if
The axe
they're
beaks probably would have just been just down
in,
below here on the ridge.
okay, then that's where Bits will
And
be. So down here
okay.
below on the ridge. Okay.
Yeah, that seems fitting. Okay. In that case, then let's begin. The first cold light walker emerges whoosh, out of the snow near the campfire, right behind Hulla here. And will use its blinding light on you, Hulla. It emerges. Oh wait, should be just the one creature, I think. We check. Yeah, it's any creature within a 20-foot radius. Yeah,
What?
please roll that.
Ooh, that's a fail.
Okay. Yeah, as you're like discerning and you're looking around, you probably more than anyone are trying to peer into this camp and figure out what the heck's going on, and then immediately you're shot with this brilliant light right into your eyes. And after that, it will launch its cold rays. Now that you're blinded.
Nasty.
Oh god, yeah,
Nasty.
23 cold damage. Now they have advantage, they can actually hit Hulla. Oh my goodness. Okay. That
I want to.
blistering cold runs down your spine, freezes you to the bone.
Want to
then
quickly
yeah.
point out that Hulla didn't add her temp HP after she long rested.
Did I not?
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I
we
did.
re long rested and you didn't add it.
Alright, so you're on 15. That's fine. Okay. Alright, that's that one. The one here is not surprising you. This one is, however, and just bursts out of the snow right in the middle of the group. Just blinding light searing into the 3 of you here. I'm going to pick one of you, though. I'll go with a no, I'm going to go with Eve. Yeah, Eve. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as well.
Okay, okay. Roll good.
That is good. All right.
Yeah.
You probably just got your head turned as this thing bursts out, or able to shield your eyes. In any case, you avoid its glaring beam, but it does instead just try to slam into the back of you. But its form is perhaps still half buried under the snow, and as it reaches out, its clobbering fist sort of hammers into the snow next to your foot. Gets to its full height. Oh, you can riposte, yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Should have said the first one with advantage actually, but it would have still missed. So, because they were hidden.
Oh, sorry. It's a D6,
You
isn't
still
it?
riposte. Yeah, you just roll the attack plus a d6.
Did I do that right?
No, you don't click the maneuver normally. That's just
okay.
that's just a feature saying, hey, you can do this. But you really want to just attack, really, to roll for that
Just roll a
with whatever weapon
d20.
you're using.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, no.
Ah!
Roll your attack. Your riposte is I get to attack, so roll an attack roll with your weapon.
We go. We'll do that one. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Yeah,
unfortunately, that is a miss. I'm afraid. Just got a little bit off unawares, and the second slam will be flat. Oh, yeah. 20. 20.
Yo.
Oh, 50 damage. Jesus Christ.
Yo.
That was a bit rough. The absolute searing cold as this thing grips you, staring deep into your eyes as this wasting light just severs your soul from this world. That is horrendous. Okay, jeez.
Jeez
That'll be its go,
Louise.
though. And the very,
God.
very bottom of the round. Yep.
So, where are we in the turn order?
We are back to the top of the round because that was just a surprise round, and they get to
Okay.
go first. But Eve is actually up now after just
Okay,
being
good.
nearly
Being
ripped from this
fucking
mortal realm.
annihilated just then.
Mhm.
Right. Let me just think about what I want to do. Features. Okay. I'm gonna second wind
Good choice.
because that was not groovy. Although
No.
it didn't really do much.
Yeah, that 8 can make all the difference.
Yeah. Right. I am going to could I attack if I'm next to David there?
Hmm.
Like I'm wanting to. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't see that guy. Yeah.
So bright.
It's so bright. I'm gonna just wail on this guy then. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna do two attacks on this guy. Oh god.
I'll lower the intensity a bit.
Well, apparently I'm not doing an attack on that one. Do my second attack and.
Yeesh.
Damn.
Damn.
It's not your day today. It seems
It's
13
not.
is what you need, but
Ah, damn it.
just one short.
I don't think I can do anything because I've just done my second wind as a
Okay.
bonus. Yeah, I think that's me.
All right, Ashanti's up.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is rage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's absolutely the first thing I'm going to do. Then I'm going to drop my shovel, grab my halberd, and I am going to go for the guy in front of me. Come on, alt.
Mm-hmm. Alt,
Come
click,
on.
left click.
Click.
You might need to select token controls first. Yeah. Try now.
I don't know why it's acting that way. I swear I'm doing it. All right. Well,
yeah, that's fine. Just roll your attacks.
okay.
Try to click advantage for them if you're doing reckless.
Well,
Android's over here.
yeah, I was gonna say then I grab my halberd. I'm gonna say android distract, so that he's helping, and so that gives me advantage, and then I will make both of my attacks. So we have the first big swing. Come on. Okay.
Okay, that's a hit. When
right.
you cut into this one, you definitely don't hear a metallic clang. There's no. This doesn't appear to be 607 at the very least. It
Okay.
cuts through, and there's a sort of empty, misty air that just escapes their form.
They're ghosts. Oh, goody. Did I do any damage to it?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. And then I'm okay.
And that is also a hit. 7 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, and that is my turn. So I've raged.
Okay.
I've attacked twice. I asked Android for help, and I am not moving because I want to kill that thing.
Yep, Vetter.
Right, so Vector is going to steady aim. I'm going to do a sharpshooter shot as well. I'm hoping that this will actually work. And then I am going to fire a fire cage arrow at the one near David.
Triple advantage. Ooh, yep.
I have no idea how the 10 will split on a fire cage arrow because it's just plus 10 to my damage, so on a sharpshooter, so don't know how that works.
Won't matter in this instance. So
Yeah,
it does take the full damage, 18 damage. Nice.
and
is
then
slightly on fire. Like
David's up next. David probably. Yeah, you know what? Let's try to trip this one up with my sneak attack. So that one's now prone.
Yeah, it's like stumbling up out of the snow, trying to grab a hold of David's shovel, and then its legs are tripped out.
And then the one near Ashanti and Eve is going to get my Wells from the grave damage.
Necrotic, yeah?
Yeah.
It does seem to work. It is effective. You see some of the light go dimmer. Okay, sweet. That's your go,
Yep.
David. This one's got it's reaching up out of the grave it's been buried in. It's grabbed onto your shovel. It's trying to pull you down. But it's on the floor right now. What do you want to do?
Let's see. I know what I want to do. It's just not the smartest thing to do.
Okay.
Do it.
But I'm going to do it anyway. Because I want to see what this Wand of Wonder does. So I'm going to point the Wand of Wonder at this guy.
All right,
And
yeah, fire.
I want to see what happens.
Amazing.
So there's a table on the wand. If you click that, and then click on the table.
I have to click on the table. Hold on.
Yes. It should be called Wand of Wonder table.
Yep.
Do you see it?
Yeah,
And then
it's
at the bottom of
coming.
that, you should be able to. roll.
Amazing. You throw gems at him.
Roll.
You got
Throw-
10
a
gems
stream
at
of- wow,
them.
it's
One
green.
times
10, each
Yeah.
worth 1 gold piece. Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage. Gee.
Jeez,
Okay.
what? Okay.
So I need to roll this, I guess?
Yeah, roll a d20.
D20. Roll a D20.
Oh,
So it's
my.
2
Oh.
times 10, so 20
10.
points of bludgeoning damage, I guess?
Gem deals
Did it?
1 bludgeoning damage.
Do we get to keep the gems
Times 10.
afterwards?
Yeah,
think
I
so.
believe so.
Times 10.
I mean, it could have been way worse. It could have been like 10 times. It could have been like 100 gems pop out. Oh, it's 1d4 times 10.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you're right. You're right. Okay, roll that again.
Who's probably.
Okay,
oh,
4. There you go.
So that's
40.
40 damage.
40
Jesus.
40 points
40
of
bludgeoning damage?
yeah.
Brilliant.
It's one bludgeoning
him.
per gem.
Yep.
That's insane. That's actually crazy. Wow, and you get 40 gold piece worth of gems. Perfect.
And I get 40
This is
gold
a-
pieces worth of gens.
With it.
You're not
I like to
expecting it, but
I like to think that as it's
Uh,
tripped, it's just now just buried in 40 gold's worth of gems
Yeah.
again.
yeah.
and
Back
then
into the ground.
he's on the ground, so I still have bonus action. I'm gonna use Tales from Beyond. Roll a d8 and 1. Okay. I have advantage on intelligence checks for the next 10 minutes. That doesn't do much. And I'm gonna. He's still in reach with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna, I guess, hold. Well, he hits hard though. I'm gonna hold my ground still.
Okay. Yeah. You're not expecting to struck gold when you shove that shovel into the ground, but the one just boom. It seems to erupt a fountain of gems that just bury the guy.
I'm gonna look over at Barry and be like, "This thing's gonna pay for itself.
Mm,
Incredible.
it's true.
Creates money."
Your turn, Hulla.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to use Turn Undead. Every undead within 30 feet has to make a Wisdom saving throw, or become frightened and incapacitated. Now, this is what I don't understand. If it's incapacitated, but it's also has to run away from me on each of its turns. So how does it do that if it's incapacitated?
So incapacitated doesn't reduce your movement.
Oh,
Only
okay.
if a effect says, whilst incapacitated in this way, your speed is 0. Like,
Oh, okay.
for example,
Okay.
hypnotic pattern. But yeah.
But I also have Seer
but-
Undead, which is when I use
yeah,
undead,
that does damage.
it does damage. So I'll go ahead and roll those. Turn undead.
So 2 succeed, 1 fails.
One of them fails. Okay, the one that fails has to take.
Actually, I'm gonna roll the last one.
The last one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Does it...
There was
Oh,
one
no.
hidden here on the bottom of the turn order.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was waiting with him. But he is also friend, so
Okay,
you're in
good.
luck.
So 2 out of the 4 fail, and which means they take 7 damage each, and have to run away from me.
7, and that's radiant damage, is that right?
Radiant damage, yeah.
Okay, nice. Is it half on a success?
Reading your rules, I was just looking at
No.
that. I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
so
think
just
it's only on a fail that they take it.
7 to that one that failed on the left. Okay. And the one on the top.
Okay, so the
And
2
they
that
are
failed
terrified.
have to move away from me on their turns.
On their turn, got it. Perfect. Nicely done. And what is it that you are able to use to repel the undead?
So
What does it look like?
it's my Cerberus necklace, which is my holy symbol, and I'm just waving it around like I'm in a Dracula movie. Back, foul creatures!
Nice. And anything as a bonus action?
Anything as a bonus action? I don't think there's much I can do as a bonus.
Could bring out your spiritual weapon.
Ooh, I could healing word as a bonus.
Good healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast, healing word on Eve at 2nd level.
Cool. Yep.
And I forgot
And
to target
whilst you
her.
do that,
But she gets
okay.
ooh 17 points.
17.
You had the enemy. You had the enemies targeted.
Fine. That's
Oops.
alright. I can undo it.
Alright.
Alright, 17 back. The Cold Light Walker rips the shovel out of your hand, David, as it gets to the full height, and then reaches for your throat, and you feel the icy grasp of oral reaching for your spine. Oh God, 15 to hit
Big hit. Yep.
for 26 cold. Ooh,
Yeah.
God, and a multi-attack to boot. I should have also blinding lighted. I totally forgot. That's what I was gonna do. Oops. That's fine. I guess I'll go for someone else to frustrate the hell out of them. Barry, blinding light shoots your. No.
Why did that go?
20 feet for everyone. The
You want
blinding
us
light
to roll
crap
or
is.
close it?
It's gonna roll anyway eventually. It should be just one creature.
Oh no.
It's just Barry, right? Okay.
It's just Barry who's supposed to be rolling. I said it to the wrong thing. 20 feet. That's better.
Know why it rolled for me and Android.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Just Barry who needs to roll. Okay, con 5. You're blinded. Okay. Everyone else, you just see a beam of light shoot towards Barry's eyes, and that'll be its go. Barry, your turn. Just in time.
Who move? Yeah. Sense the point of it, a point within range. I don't know if sleep will work on them.
You can very much tell they're undead.
Yeah. One creature you can see within range. Nope, that's not going to work. One creature you can see within range. Nope, that's not going to work. Shit. I can't even step out of there. Nope, because I can't see them to really do that. So, one sec, when you cast this spell, block third or high, you can target one creature. Okay. So, I'm feeling around, and I know where Even and David were,
Mm-hmm.
and I hug them, basically. And I'm going to cast invisibility on all three of us,
Oh, that's brilliant.
because it's just a creature I can touch.
Okay. You want to reach
That's
out to them?
brilliant.
Go ahead.
So, because I can't do anything else. I can't even
That's
teleport
brilliant.
out of here, because I can't see.
Alright, that'll help. Give them disadvantage on all their attacks.
And then I am just,
Less.
I'm gonna basically just like feel around as sort of like I knew where the enemy were. I'm gonna wander away.
Okay. True.
Just like
Uh,
blindly stumbling around.
Yeah, I haven't got 30 feet, so that's where I can get to. I'm like, I'm blind.
Funnily enough, Cold Light Walker runs off in your direction as well.
I don't know.
If-
I can't see
He
him.
kind of bump past you. You feel like this wraith-like form brush against you, and there's like rime that builds up over your arm.
Ooh.
Back to the top of the round, I think. Unless I'm missing one.
Can you miss this one in the middle?
No,
Right.
because they had their turn.
No, it's the one
Oh,
up
because the
up
surprise,
in the
yeah.
corner. Isn't it supposed to move away as well?
Mm-hmm. It's not had his go yet. He's just before. So Eve, you're back. You're invisible. You can get distance away from them without provoking attacks, or you can get an attack with advantage. That's up to you. But any attack or spell you make will break the spell. Bear that in mind.
Yes, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm conversing with Jamey. Like, in one hand, I don't want to waste the invisibility that Barry's given me, but I'd be able to attack with advantage.
Yeah, the first swing, yeah.
Yeah, for the first swing.
I think Barry mostly did it as a way for him and David to get out.
I'm gonna
But
move
you
here
can
first.
reposition.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm gonna reposition and then I'm gonna go for this guy. Is it alt to target? Yeah.
To target, yeah. And if you
I'm
want,
gonna-
you can go even further and flank them.
Ooh. Like there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
That's
Let's,
never gonna. They're not gonna see it coming now.
let's go. Come on, roll good.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, it's a hit. Good damage.
And then maneuver. I don't know if I've got. Yeah, I'm gonna do a pushing attack. And then
Okay. Oh, I managed to succeed.
my superiority dice
But
is a
can-
D8. Yeah, it's
Okay, roll a
D8 now.
D8 still.
Darn.
Need an 8. Oh,
Well, ball.
he's gonna need another swing. See, you've torn open his back though, and there's still just more light pouring out of it.
Right, I'm gonna use my second attack.
That'll probably bring him down. Nice.
On.
How do you want to kill this one?
I'm just unleashing like a flurry of slashes and like going in for like the final puncturing blow straight through, and then like he obliterates to whatever light. I've got offhand attacks. Do they need to be on the same target?
No, you can maneuver and do another one, but you've used some movement to get over here.
Yeah, so I've
20
used.
feet. So you got 10 feet left. Oh wait, you're a Goliath, aren't you?
I am a Goliath. I am, but it does.
You feel
I
a
am.
sudden burst of speed as you are buffed on the spot to 35.
So I go right
You'll
up
have to
in
go
this
around
guy's.
him, but it's fine. You can get to here.
So I'm sort of in his face.
Yeah.
And I will go. Oh, I'm flanking.
Not quite, but it's still enough to get back into melee and attack. Good.
I'll go for that one. Oh, nice.
Still a hit there.
And I would like to. Can these things trip? Because I'll trip them.
Yeah.
I knocked one over earlier.
And then
I
I'll
roll
spend.
low, which they do. Oh wait. Your DC is only 9. I feel like that should be higher.
And I've got another offhand attack, yeah. No, okay.
For a Battle Master fighter, it's 8 plus prof plus strength or dex, so that one's probably based on strength when it should be based on dex.
Yeah.
Should be, yeah.
I know.
That would fail then. In that case, it is tripped.
Yay.
And that is your turn, I think. Ashanti.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to
That's an
again
action search.
tell Android to
I
help.
mean, I was tempted.
So,
I mean, it's not
Well,
prone, so you'll already have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, still. Okay. My vicious halberd. I am gonna take a big swing on baby. Oh, for the love of God!
I'll just pause a moment. Did you want to action surge, Eve? I didn't want to sell your turn short. It's up to you.
Yeah, why not? I'm only here every now and again, so yeah, we'll go for it.
All right.
We'll go ham.
Okay.
Da, da,
Go
da,
ahead and make
da.
2 more attacks. And Ashanti, you can make your
Your
second attack here as well if you want.
Right.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh, go ahead. Just
I
bundle in.
didn't. Ooh, yes.
And then
Ooh,
we
got
go
that.
in for a light.
Hmm. Ow.
Good.
And I think that's
job.
me.
Great job,
Yeah.
Eve. That is wonderful.
Definitely
Also,
Thank you.
Ashanti, if you move 1 square to the left, you'll get a flanking bonus with Eve for your next attack.
Okay. And I will definitely do that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant to click slicing, not puncturing. So let's try this again. Second attack.
They do not have veins to open, so you'll see
fine.
slicing doesn't give you extra necrotic, but still a good amount of
Yeah.
damage.
It gave me 8 points of damage, so that's what I can do.
Nice. Veta.
Considering it's prone, my best bet at this point is to might as well take advantage of it being prone. I'm just gonna come up and stab.
Oh, yep. And I'll hit. Still can't get over that vicious crit for 50 damage on Eve. That's insane. I've never rolled that much damage, I don't think.
And we'll sneak attack.
Oh, yep. You see its
And
form flickering out.
do I get an offhand with the short sword as I haven't used my bonus?
If you want to use your bonus for it, yes, you can.
Cool.
You're not a 2-weapon fighter, though, are you?
No. So it'll be minus the 4.
So 6.
Yep.
Okay. It's still alive then.
I don't think there's anything else I can do damage-wise, unfortunately, because I can only do sneak attack once. So that is me.
Mm-hmm. Sneak attack once, but you can also add that sneak attack to someone else, can't you, within some
Yes,
distance?
but with Wells from the Grave, but the other 2 enemies are fleeing at the moment, so I don't want to
Okay.
stop them fleeing.
Good. Okay, good. David, your turn.
I mean, it worked once. So
He's having some fun.
I don't want to do it again on this guy here. On the edge. Because this guy's dead. There's one right here. Oh, right on this side here. Oh, he's surrounded though.
Yep.
He's surrounded. He's almost dead. So
He's almost dead?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see what I can do to this guy on the edge here. So I'm gonna hit him with whatever comes out of the Wand of Wonder, which will let's roll on it. Find out.
Adding a little bit of extra wild sorcerer, even though you're not on 6 or 7.
I'm not a wild sorcerer anymore, but I still got.
Oh my god, you cast
cast
lightning!
Oh my
bolt.
god.
Barry, no.
What?
Barry and the Cold Light Walker. Can you roll me Can you roll me dex saves?
Wait, is Barry in there?
I'm
Yeah.
like
I can't see him.
invisible.
Oh, I
Yep.
can't see him. Yeah, very
That's
sorry.
hilarious.
I'm invisible.
God damn, that's funny.
How do I do the cast?
David,
Just,
why?
David roll 8d6. Barry roll dex save.
David, why? No, David.
Holy shit, that's funny.
David.
Oh no.
8d6.
Yep.
8d6,
Okay, I can get you up.
Okay, I failed.
Oh, you
so
did
Barry, but you
8d8,
take
not
31.
8d6.
Oh, yeah, change that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's 8d6, not 8d8. Sorry.
Yeah. That would have been an upcast. Still
It's
pretty
still
good.
the same, pretty much.
It's still good. Yeah.
Yeah.
30 damage to me and the dwarf in front.
There's
Need a
my...
con save from you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, con as well.
Barry has to make a
Also-
Constitution saving throw for his invisibility.
He succeeded.
17 does
But-
succeed. Okay.
Because of the
Yeah.
angle, would that bounce at all? Because of how lightning bolt works?
I don't think it would.
No, it
From-
just
yeah,
goes,
it does.
goes a straight line.
But I don't see it bouncing off anything in the distance.
Yeah.
It just ricochet off the mountainside. But it does crackle through something, and you hear the grunting as someone in front of you is being electrocuted. Definitely not coming
was
from the
that?
cold light walker.
You just hear a, you hear like a tink as Barry walks into a rock, and then suddenly you just hear it. Oh, fuck.
I need to be able to see you to be able to heal you. Unfortunately. So I'm gonna do a quick healing word. As my bonus
I'm good.
action.
I'm okay.
God, that's funny shit.
I'm gonna heal Eve.
Am I still blinded,
And
by the way?
So I think that wears off. And it's only until the end of the start of the walker's next turn. So yeah, you're no longer blinded.
And Ashanti is not harmed, I don't think, so she's good. I'll throw her in this anyway,
Okay.
just to be safe.
All right. Hulla, you are keeping one at bay. It's already sprinted away into the distance. The other seems to turn around and concentrates light back to the group. So this one is no longer frightened.
This one's no longer frightened? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And there's one left, barely any health in front of you. On the ground as well.
My
Ooh,
movement,
thank you, David.
I'm gonna move 20 feet. This way. Oh, he's running away, right? Okay.
Let's well, let's go for the guy who's just right in front of me. See if we can't take care of him. So I'm going to attack with my melee weapon.
That will finish him off.
Okay.
You bury him into the snow, and the cold light goes out.
Yay! Great job, everyone! Y'all did such a good job.
Two left.
Okay.
There's still.
So this one's
There are two
one's
more.
running away, and this one's not.
Right.
What can I do as a bonus? Not a lot that I have a bonus for.
Spiritual weapon.
Could do spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Use
Sure, go
Cerberus to send the dead back.
Yep. Cerberus appears. And is going to target Buddy here.
Nice. That's a hit. Cerberus begins tearing down this ragged material, and with each bite, you see the light fading further away.
Okay.
Barry's turn.
I don't know what hit me, but that really hurt. Ow. Oh, you just hear the voice, but no one that. Are we wanting them to wander off potentially to our caravan?
No.
No.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
catch him.
Wonder? Did you say wonder? Like wonder, lightning bolt.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna move over to here, 25 feet, and I'm gonna target this one over here because we do not want them disappearing.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, and I'll push you back 10 feet, slow it down.
Okay. Slowed. No longer frightened though.
No longer
Yeah.
frightened. Yeah.
And I'll shoot it again. And I'll miss.
Miss.
One of these days, I'm going to hit 2 Eldritch Blasts in a row.
Okay.
No,
After getting absolutely rocked by that lightning bolt, it will return fire with its own bolt, but this time it's this cold energy that floods through the air, freezing any moisture on its path. I think you're able to duck down just away from it in time. Ah, damn. And the second one looks like they have just tripped over some of these charcoal lumps that just litter the floor. And that'll be his turn. Eve, back to you. Go ahead.
Hello. Right. How many are left on the board? Is it just this dude?
There's only 2. This
And
one's
this one
right
over
next to you.
Ah. This guy here. Where's the
I
other
think
one,
he
man?
survives the round.
He's
Oh, we're
So
over
I'm
here.
gonna say to
Oh, wait. Ah.
yeah.
I'm gonna move up to this guy. And start wailing on him.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Yeah.
always the ones though.
3, me.
Ah,
And then
So looks like 2 of those hit
nice.
for 12 damage.
you could,
Yay. Good. I will lucky the second one.
Okay.
And
Roll
I'll
another
read it.
attack. Remember to target them.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
alright.
That one.
Take another shot.
That's
Ooh,
better.
there's another good hit.
Ooh.
Max damage too. Minus the necrotic.
Ooh.
That's still good.
Nice.
Alright.
That's me.
Okay. Cool.
Bring them down.
Ashanti, Veta. You guys can
Okay.
take out the
I
trash.
am going to adrenaline dash. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I'm going slightly past him.
Uh-huh.
Because adrenaline dash is, I move 40 feet, so I get 80 feet of movement. So I'm just going to go a little bit past him, see if I can trap him between me and this wall. That's my bonus action. And then I'm going to tell Android to help. So Android cannot fly that far, so never mind. It'll be a flat roll.
You could just have them do an attack because they've got a ranged attack. So
They do have that light thing. You're right. Okay,
that
yes.
force
I'm
strike.
gonna do. Yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about that. So I will have them do that on afterwards. So I'm gonna roll a flat roll.
James,
Okay.
can give you ownership over Antiroid.
Okay.
I think
And
stats need changing.
first thing I'm just gonna do
Yep.
is just my vicious halberd. Give you a flat.
Go for it.
Ooh,
No.
that's
Misses.
horrible. I was running and I slipped on a little bit of ice, but that's all right. So Android can fly up to 40 feet. So 10, 30, 40, and that he can do the force strike.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, that's updated. I think.
My hands are up off my computer. Do what you need to do.
I'm just making sure that it's all set up right. Should be for the attack roll, I think.
Okay.
So yeah,
Go
just
ahead and
You want to click it because I'm rolling like crap.
I can do.
go on. Pew pew.
I did
Oh.
not roll
Oh!
much better.
Rip. Okay. Go on, Vetter. Your turn.
Wait, is that attack roll right? I'll look at the attack roll in a sec. Vetter will, because I've got that one targeted, might as well. I'm gonna do what I did last time, which is steady aim. Oh no, not steady aim on that. I need to steady aim myself. And I'm gonna be sharp shooting again for the extra damage because these have quite low AC, and I hit pretty well.
Take a hit.
Yeah, and
Think.
going to triple up again, I
That's
think.
neat. Yeah. Tripping. Tripping it is. Down it goes.
I'm still trying to work out how
Alright,
tripping arrow works. I'm guessing like I literally just hit the ankle or something.
Nice. And then any whales?
There's, I think the target has to be within 30 feet, so
Yeah.
and they're too far away.
Okay, not within you. Alright then, David.
Yeah.
Okay,
both
so
looking low.
they're both looking low. Do I have advantage on this one over here,
You can see it.
or is he hidden behind? Okay. Well, I mean it's worked so far. Can I target?
You're
Yes.
doing another
Okay.
one.
I mean, it's worked so far. Maybe I'll shoot some diamonds at him or
Oh.
something again.
Alright.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
ahead
gonna do
and
that.
roll.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm playing with fire at this point, and I know I'm playing with fire. So I'm
No,
going
it's
to
fun.
do Phantasmal Killer. If he's a phantasm,
interesting.
sort of.
Okay, yeah, I guess that tracks.
Oh,
Attention
he
as well, but-
succeeds, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
just
Wisdom
Who's
save on
talking
fail
with?
save.
that would have been funny though.
At the end of the target's, I don't think it's half damage, is it?
No, it doesn't.
No, it's not even half damage.
They pass. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was kind of a waste. Bonus action. Oh, Barry, you're hurt. I'm gonna heal you. Do a healing word for Barry. And because I hit him, I'll do it at second level. Nice.
Thank you. Wait, you hit me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty sure that beam came from them. Oh, Ashanti, even with the even with the cold damage, which overcomes your rage, the boots of the Winterland fill you with a power that warms your body and repels their cold. And Hulla, it's your go.
Okay. So for my bonus, we'll move Cerberus up and have him
Give myself a build.
a little bite. Little nibble.
Mm.
See if that hits.
Yeah.
What is on that? 17.
Yeah.
Bonus.
5
Okay.
force damage.
Good.
Look, it's a +3. Okay.
It's nearly down.
And Hulla can't do much from here because I think they're too far away for me to get to them. But I can target them with a Sacred Flame, so we'll do that.
Good idea. Especially with that damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, did I
See if
roll
they make
enough?
it. Oh, they
15
didn't
is
make it all.
just enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Alright, don't worry. I think Barry's going to finish him.
wait for my movement as well. I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna move out backwards to help Ashanti.
Okay,
I'll move 30 feet this way.
sure.
Oops.
Barry?
Okay. I'm going for this one. Okay.
Looks like a prime target as Cerberus is like pulling them down. Yeah, you're able to finish that one off.
Yeah. I pull the light out of him.
Okay, yeah, it yanks forward. The clothing kind of hits Eve, but the light is yanked away.
That's such a cool
And then
description.
I quickly do a 360 turn to this one over
Finger
here.
going backwards.
No scoping.
Max damage. Oh, damn. God.
And I will. Do I want to pull it away from Ashanti just in case?
Doesn't matter. Eve is going to finish it.
Yeah,
No, it's
I'll
just-
pull it. I'll pull it close to 10 feet and slow
Okay,
it down.
cool. Alright then. In that case, Eve. There's one
Hello.
left, and it looks like its light is going out.
Is it this guy down here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will cloud jaunt to get down there. So, 30 feet. I could. Yeah, 30 feet. No. This is where my. Hold on a second. I do have a light crossbow.
Mhm. You still got 30 movement as well.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna go pee pee with my crossbow. Oh shit. Well,
Reload.
that didn't work. That's
Slipped on the
better.
same bit of snow Ashanti did, it seems. Oh, nice. That is the final hit. How do you
Nice
want
little
to
pew.
finish this fight?
Like, get it right between its wraith eyes, and it just obliterates into like light and disappears. Yeah, headshot.
Dissipates. The light that explodes outwards sort of leaves this frozen Rime up against the wall and tree as its icy doom triggers and basically just forms a frozen corpse. But yeah, that'll end combat, guys, and you're able to gather up all the supplies, the wood, the charcoal you wish. None of these seem to be of 6 or 7's company. These look like they're perhaps even far older than when you arrived here in Icewindale. Judging from their equipment and gear, there must have been 10-towners perhaps looking to try and evacuate through the spine of the world, trying to escape south. And there's charts and logs of their travels, trying to find a way through the mountains. But as they got higher and higher altitude, the cold seeped in and claimed their souls.
We should take
First
the
I'm gonna do.
gem
Left them
back.
I'm gonna go grab all those gems I shot out of my wand and give them to Barry. Put these in the bag. We might need them.
I open the bag for him, and as the gems go in and disappear, Barry thinks about the what they said before about his oxygen in this bag, and he sticks his head in to see what he can see.
You can't see a lot, I'll be honest.
Like,
There's darkness. You don't see into the bag, sadly.
Yeah. Can I try
what
to
does-
recover my 2 arrows?
he's trying to
Yep,
see
roll
what.
a survival check.
Weird.
Oof.
18.
Oh wait, reliable talent. Yeah, you're good. You get half back.
Okay. I'll take the
Get
fire
one of them.
cage arrow because it's the more expensive of the two.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Just darkness in the bag.
Yep, just avoid.
What did you think you were gonna see?
I don't know. Maybe like a fireplace, a cozy chair.
Like a warehouse?
I mean,
Ooh.
if there's no
That would be
oxygen
pretty
in,
cool.
if there's no oxygen inside, there wouldn't be a fireplace because they wouldn't be able to burn.
I mean, there could be a
Mhm.
fireplace, just not a fire.
Yeah, that's true. But a warehouse would have been cool. Imagine seeing like everything organized in specific places, and also I'm gonna cast plant growth on these trees so we can cut them down.
Good idea.
Where did you go, Bits? Oh, there you are. Never mind.
This is fine. All right, sure. I think with that, your wood problem is solved, and yeah, you even got some charcoal to boot. And when you return back to the party or the group, it looks like everyone's eagerly awaiting for you, shivering a little bit because they've been waiting, standing still. But you're able to make up for that by perhaps setting up a fire and warming everyone up before the next leg of the journey, which I think we're on day 5.
Is it a new day?
It will be, yeah.
So we can
If
long rest
you
again.
You
I need
guys
to roll.
can get away with a long
one.
rest if you set up a camp, warm up by the fire. Yes, go ahead and roll that. And it's a ray of hope the next day, which means you are
These 6
absolutely in the
plus 1.
clear.
And
Finally.
I know that it will last 11 hours. So
One's back up
Yeah.
to full. If you expend the last, roll a d20. Okay, so if I expend the last, I did not expend the last. One's back up to full.
Nice.
nice.
Best purchase ever.
So I can
one.
theoretically use this thing 6 times at nothing and hope we get a whole bunch of gems or something on off days.
Yeah.
But it could literally pay for
Do
itself.
damage to yourself though on off days?
Who knows? We'll find out.
Okay. All right. Well, just.
But if there's like
check.
no enemies to shoot, I could just like aim it at an empty space.
I love
and
this.
I'd like
It
that.
will do whatever
Absolutely.
it does. And just
So-
maybe I can do it a couple times a day and just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only one effect where that would be bad if you rolled it. Because
That's the stone one.
I think there's one where if you aren't targeting a creature, then it targets yourself if you roll them. That's the petrification one.
Yeah, you don't want to make sure you're targeting a creature.
Okay, I'll target Barry.
No.
I mean, we could just pull an animal from the bag.
That's true.
Oh,
We
but
could-
that's so
be.
cruel to pull an animal for a bag just to shoot at it with stuff.
But
It's just made of fluff.
They're fluff. They're not sentient. At least
It's a sentient stuffed teddy.
I don't know. Maybe if we find a rock, I can make the rock the target.
In case of any more combat, Ashanti, Hulla, 10 temp HP.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it
I
does
believe this.
specifically say the target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space.
Yeah,
So
but
if
if
I
you
target like a rock,
You could just target a stump and
yeah,
it doesn't have to be a living thing. Or
well, it'll be fine. Who hasn't dealt with a little bit of petrification every once in a while?
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, you lucked out. The ray of hope lasts a long time. The next day is just clean traveling. Day 5 goes by without a hitch. I will say the only thing that really happens during this day is that people kind of get a little bit too excitable. Like the hopes are too high that some of the children feel like some of the parents feel like it's safe enough to let their children kind of go
Oh,
a little bit free and run free because it's clear sky. It's
I'm gonna
kind of
cast
bright
web on
weather.
some of the kids and keep them in place. Use my wand of web. Don't go wandering off. You don't want another wolf incident.
Yeah, if I see anyone wandering off,
I'm actually going to use a wand of web on like a couple of the
Yeah.
kids if they're wandering away.
yeah,
I need to keep them in line.
I think I would be wandering up and down, telling the militia to tell the people to stay in the caravan.
yeah.
We're not
As
going
I,
to rescue
Mhm.
them if they're stupid.
And I'll go up to Ashanti, and I want to walk beside her for a little while and go like, is it always like this working with civilians? Because how many times have you told them to stay together and they just will not stay in line? They're not listening. They keep wandering off. They're complaining all the time. This is the worst. It's taken 5 days for us to make this journey.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's always like this.
It's actually nice that the ground is frozen and we're cold. Because when the ground is not frozen, it's just a swamp. And then you're stuck trying to cross rivers with people who forgot to put even the lightest coat of tar on their wagons. And so you're covered in mosquitoes. You're hot. Everybody's irritable. And, you just really want to take a large weapon and start whacking people with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
do. Yeah.
yeah,
Just
yes.
knock some sense into them.
But traveling with professionals, when we were with the Thousand Heads Coster, it really was amazing. I mean, and to be perfectly honest, my mom would have beaten the crud out of Ayala and I if we'd acted the way these kids are acting right now.
Mm-hmm.
We were told if we put somebody in danger because we were stupid, then we were in trouble. It was just as much our responsibility for getting somebody else in trouble as it was, for getting ourselves in trouble. That we morally we were wrong.
Harsh
But
lesson to
yeah,
learn. Yeah.
it don't travel with the caravans that follow Joaquin because those caravans really will take just anybody. And I swear they even take people who are not smart enough to put on their robes, get out of their little
Sorry?
wagon.
Oh, sorry. What was that last sentence? Sorry, cut out a bit.
You cut out for there for a second.
Oh, they are scholars are not smart enough to put their robes on in the morning.
Hmm.
And
Oh.
then you've got mothers screaming at the scholars and scholars, screaming, "Don't look." And it's just, yes. But at night,
Rough
Mm.
going.
when
Rough
everybody's
going.
settled,
Hmm.
and the fire's going and your belly's full, and the animals are resting, and the stars are sparkling, and you're listening to a story of Dritz, it can be magical.
Mm,
Oh.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm not completely convinced, though. Yes,
Hulla
Jamie.
is not customer service oriented. No, she has not got the patience for it.
Tally says, "Well, I appreciate everything you're doing. I know it's a difficult job, and hurting us is like hurting cats, but I'm sure they will repay your kindness one day. I'm sure they'll show their gratitude. At least I will. Make you some more scrolls, maybe."
I just want everybody to get to the tree safely. That's gratitude enough. It's just
Oh.
knowing that we got the people safe and then we can go figure out how to end this because I'm not smart enough to end this, but I know my friends are.
Hmm.
I know they can do it, and I'm going to go with them and do everything I can to help.
Jamie, you wanted to add something?
yeah. I was letting them have their little happy moment. As some of the kids are wandering off, you see Barry like pinching his nose, and he's thinking of the fact that Gary would probably do the same thing if he was excitable and we were getting to the last thing. He's an excitable kid. And you see him telekinetically pulling some of the kids back and teleporting in front of some others that are wandering off. And he starts to try and gather them up so they'll follow him with stories of some of our exploits. And he's telling them a story of how the trekkers fought two large yetis, and how somewhere out there is a big red yeti that they'll one day come across. And he's seen how all the kids have been allowed to quite a lot of them have been allowed to wander off. He's there gathering them and getting them to follow him like ducklings with a mother goose, so they don't wander off, by telling them stories that'll keep them interested.
Okay. Sure. Give me a persuasion check. Or even performance. But
I'll stick
that
with
works.
persuasion.
Yeah, sure. That works. And you prevent any children from running off and getting lost, which was absolutely going to happen. But webs and stories that keep them entertained or restrained is the best way
Yeah.
to keep them from running into any
My
dangers.
method worked just as well.
No, I think so. Wait, wrong wand! Lightning bolt.
Oh no.
I do have both of them now.
I think it'd be funnier if they all got pelted with gems.
Yay!
Let's just-
Ow, it hurts.
What is it? An object of the GM's disappears into. Oh, jeez. Either one or okay. Yeah, no, that would have been bad.
Was you
No,
pointing
just-
it at a rock, you said?
No, I wasn't doing anything this time. I was just wondering.
Okay. Okay, well,
One of the kids disappears into the ethereal plane.
Oh, no.
They really do go
Well, it says an object, and a child doesn't count as an object.
That's why you lightning bolt it first, and then it's a corpse, and then the corpse is gone. And
The
then
corpse is
never to be found
Wow.
again. Anyway, this is fucked. Let's go and say, by the way, the weather, I rolled a couple of rolls ahead just to see where the journey takes us. And you went into clear sky and then back into ray of hope. You really lucked out
Yay.
on the final leg.
Hey.
So there really is a honestly pleasant journey on the very end of this. And even though stories of red yetis may spook a few of the children, it's a good job you don't run into any red yetis in the real flesh, because they could have been lurking around here, and maybe if it had been a blizzard, who's to say what would have been encountered along the way. But I will say, on the final day, I'll roll one more weather, just to see what we end on.
Ooh.
Double sixes.
Can't go higher than a ray of hope, can it?
No, but you go back to clear sky for 12 hours. Jeez.
Nice.
Wow, you absolutely cleared on the
Started
on the
rough.
last check. And yeah, it started rough. You were like, oh, do we use it now? Like the summer start? And it absolutely paid off. You didn't get a sleet storm again the whole journey. Very lucky.
You know, the more I think about it, guys, I think we're kind of being blessed by Sylvanas. As we get closer and closer to the tree, I think that this is his way of welcoming our ragtag band to safety.
Mm.
We might even be able to just recharge the summer star at the place because it's full of like summer energy, so that might just work again.
Maybe. Maybe Sylvanas was with us and he looks down at this vine on his
Mm.
arm.
Mm. There is only one more mountain to crest, and Kaldahar will be in sight. And today's journey looks like it's going to be filled with a clear sky. And you can, yeah, like you say, already feel the warmth in the distance, and perhaps even smell the fresh earth and leafy world of Kaldahar's utopia. But it's when you get to the top of the hill,
Oh no.
Oh
you
no.
start to see Minerva flutters down towards you, Eve, suddenly a little bit cautious of something. They've been enjoying the clear sky and lack of blizzard. And you can roll me
You
a
don't like them
perception check
kids.
on.
Perception
Roll me a
check.
quick perception. Yeah, with advantage on Minerva.
No.
And they seem a little bit skittish. They
Invented.
are. Oh, yeah, they definitely spotted it. They are flapping their wings, trying to alert you of some sort of danger on
What
the
is it,
top of
girl?
the.
Can
They
we
like
fall down the well?
I'm so glad you got
they.
that reference.
Well, I guess although they don't understand you, they definitely peck at your longbow, and you've got a crossbow actually as well. Yeah, they
Yeah.
like peck at your crossbow, like.
I will get my crossbow out. Or longbow. Longbow, yeah. We'll get a longbow. So I'll pull
Okay.
that out.
They look at you pulling out the longbow, seem to like tilt their head to one side as if they're confused that you're not understanding them, and then they peck at the light crossbow again for some reason.
Okay, I will
Maybe
pull
then
out.
you,
I will pull
you,
out the light crossbow.
you can roll either an animal handling or an insight check, I guess, just to try and determine what are they saying to you.
They're about the same, so we'll see.
Yeah, no idea. But they seem to be pecking at the light crossbow instead of the longbow, even if you've drawn that. So whatever conclusion you draw yourself, that's up to you. But Minerva definitely spotted some sort of danger. That much is evident because you can tell from them trying to nuzzle into your cloak and keep warm and stay out of sight by the looks. They're
Yeah,
peeking between
I'll
your
let
hair.
everyone else know that Minerva's a bit rattled.
Maybe we should go on ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
Going to
Yeah,
send out
let's.
some scouts.
I can scout ahead,
Go on
see if I can see anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I make
go
a
ahead and give me.
perception check? Sorry.
Yeah, it's sort of over the crest of the mountain, so you can't quite see
Ah,
the top
okay.
of the precipice from where you're
I'm
looking.
not
It's only
tall
someone who had
enough.
yeah, only someone who had like a bird's eye view, like Minerva or maybe
Yeah.
Aluroid. But
I
Darn.
could give you a bird's eye view, but you'd be dumb as a bird.
Threatening to do stuff like that.
I'm already not that intelligent.
Yeah.
hmm.
I'll
mean-
stealth ahead to try to scout out the situation, I
Yeah.
guess.
Go ahead. Yeah, roll a stealth check.
Is this the Indiana Jones music where they're at the opening the Ark of the Covenant?
No. Might
Just a
sound
second,
similar,
it
but
sounded just like that.
no, this is Angrathar's shadow from Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay.
All right. What did you get on the stealth? 20?
20.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's my minimum.
You can also roll a perception check now that you're closer. It's a clear sky. You should be able to see something.
18.
18? Still pretty good. Dan's got that reliable talent. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, hitting level
yes,
7
there
just
are-
made Vettrgeist into like the ultimate scout at this point.
Yeah, nice. In that case, you absolutely spot up ahead, trying to stay concealed perhaps. In fact, I'll drag you to the map. You get to the top of this peak and you actually see there is masonry by the looks. There's old ruins like pillars and cobblestone stairs leading up. And as you're trying to get a view of what's up there, you can perhaps see over the top of the mountain. I'll just move your token around a little bit closer. Stream should be able to see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Polar
also this would
bears.
have polar bears. Yes, not just any polar bears. You can clearly tell that they are. They have what's it called, like muzzles and reins as well. These look like tamed polar bears.
Hmm.
Yeah. You want to ask something?
Yeah. Is there like, do we see any other humanoids or sleds, or if these are tamed polar bears? Is there? I
Mhm.
can't. I have a black screen's all I have, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
asking.
You're down here somewhere, but
Oh, there
away
we
from the
are.
rest of the group. Though, Veta, yeah, you can maybe
There
see
are
with that
some-
perception check, not just that, there are tracks,
Yeah.
footfalls that lead up and down, like they've been patrolling this direction. But I will say, for the most part, it looks like they've tried to cover their tracks. These are tracks that you only barely spot because you've got that keen eye and
Yeah.
reliable sensors. But someone's tried to
Looking
cover them.
looking up to this top area, obviously I can't see like on it, but
Mhm.
can I see like this sort of boulder here?
Yeah, there is a rocky terrain up there that could easily conceal something, and Minerva was at that height of altitude, by the way, I want to say, when
Yeah.
they flew back. So they saw
Yeah.
what was up here.
Based on the size of the footprints, do these appear like goblins? Because we've seen them with polar bears before. Do they seem bigger?
No, they're medium-sized humanoids.
Okay.
Boots.
Yeah, Vector will
Not very big.
sneak back to the group and let them know what they've seen.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So,
Okay.
right, it looks like there's some tamed polar bears. They've got muzzles and reins on them, and looks like someone's trying to hide their tracks. Humanoids, probably medium build. Could be the orcs, as we're in their territory now, I think. Could be
That is-
Goliaths.
Could be glass. Could be all your men are talk. Wasn't that a polar bear we're looking for?
Yeah, but
That one wouldn't be muzzled, but maybe
no,
it muzzled the other ones.
possibly. But that's all I. It looks like there's a good area up top for hiding and ambushing, so I suspect they're waiting for us to get close if they're aware of us.
Well, and let's go ambush them right back.
do they look like they're preparing for war, or are they just hanging out?
They're definitely trying to hide themselves. But they left
Yeah.
the polar bears quite obviously there with muzzles and reins, which would indicate someone's there regardless.
Hello's right. We shouldn't just assume that they're bad guys. Not, you know. Well, I take the least amount of damage when I'm raging. Do y'all want me to hike up there and see who they are? If they shoot me, we know that y'all are gonna charge in and save me.
I'll sneak up with you, almost like hiding behind you if you want to do that.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Then I'll do that. Which way am I walking, Chris?
This way.
Okay. All right. I am gonna leave Bits with Hulla. Bits, guard Hulla. I know Bits is not guarding you, Hulla, but I need Bits to stay behind.
Okay.
And I will tell Android to follow. And
Okay.
I will head up. And I am gonna I'm making myself as big of a big target
Mhm.
as I can.
The two polar bears seem to turn around and let out a primal roar in your direction, but they don't just immediately charge either. In fact,
Okay.
actually, you hear another growl from above near the near the top of the mountain, and seeing it,
Okay.
you are completely alone. You actually see a figure appear at the top and begin to look out and over, and they are a mountain of a man. Their braided hair is like swept back. Their beard is like a trunk that kind of comes down onto their chest and splits into two braids either side. Their spolders, you could call them, big shoulder pads, are adorned with huge spiked ribs that are lashed to the head and pelt of a giant bear. As they look out over the top, they seem to growl at the polar bears to maybe hold off. And it looks like this. You recognize them, Vetter? This is Gunvald Halragsson. He is the leader, the chieftain of the bear tribe. And he looks down, he looks towards Ashanti and says, You there. You are leader of caravan. Yes.
Yes. I am taking these people to safety.
Good.
And you are?
Gunvald Halragsson. We have much to discuss.
Okay. Do you want me to come up or are you coming down?
He gestures up and at the same time also lets out a growl towards the polar bears. And
Okay. I don't know if I can
you
trust
can
this guy or not. So
Yeah.
Ashanti's gonna go ahead and rage.
Rage for 10 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah,
Raging
because
negotiations.
well, it's because rage focuses you. So it allows you
I like it.
it allows you to focus your energy, focus your thoughts, and it's not well, at least in the 2025, rage isn't just anger, it's concentration. It's a way of saying, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. And
All right.
also, if he starts to attack me, if I'm already in rage, he doesn't get a surprise round.
Okay. Well, when you crest the mountaintop, you see gathered are perhaps the most trained and experienced warriors that the bear tribe can offer, as well as what looks to be a shaman covered in polar bear pelts. And a great warrior stands beside Gunvald as well. He seems to carry a sword in one hand and has this massive horn sort of tied to the back of him as well. And they look towards you, and some of them have like crossbows trained on you, but they seem to be just eyeing you up, taking in your your weapons, taking in like your ability effectively, sizing you up effectively. But it is there where we will end tonight's session as you reach the peak, and Guldenwald is sort of sits himself down on a nearby rock and is waiting for you to approach. But yeah, on that image, I think there is a good place to end.
Okay.
We'll see what the bear tribe want next week. But
Yep.
you from here you do see out to the distance Calderheart is there. It's not burning or anything, just in case you're wondering that. And they haven't attacked it. They seem to be have camped outside it. And yeah, well that's where we'll end tonight. Thank you
Yep.
guys for
But
playing. Thanks for
yeah,
watching.
and join us tomorrow for the Jumping Junipers, Tuesday for the Mistaken, and Wednesday for Icewindale, and we'll be back next Sunday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about the Jumping Junipers.
I'm actually just going to double check because I know we have a day off coming up, don't we? Ah, no, that's the 16th, so that's another week. So, yep, we'll be back next week. Bye for now.
Bye.